Shoobity wop me, oobity wop me, oop-a-doo now.
I missed the proper 14-month message on Saturday because I was getting drunk in a Nottingham hotel dressed as a Pokemon.
Good evening, and welcome to Game Night on Tuesday the 5th of April. I hope everyone is doing well. How lovely of you all to be here. And a message from our sponsor, Shadowmate.
Tonight is the night. I'm sure of it. I've been knocked out in round 1 so much. Surely, my time is now. Also, happy 13 months.
Thank you very much for the 13-month subscription there, Shadowmate. Tonight's the night. I believe in you. I believe in you. Welcome to Game Night, everybody, and to the Escape Artist first game of the night in a bumper edition as we approach finale week. Oh, it is. We don't approach it. We're in it. We're in finale week. It is the last week before I go off on a little hiatus. Yeah, so we've got a bit of a bumper stream tonight, and there'll be a bumper stream on Saturday. Also, Oni, thank you very much for the 14-month subscription. Missed the proper 14-month message on Saturday because I was getting drunk in a Nottingham hotel dressed as a Pokemon. Sounds about right. Yeah, thank you very much for the 14-month subscription. There's nothing quite like playing Bark while the Risky Business theme tune plays in your ears to give a bit of a distraction. Hopefully I managed to hold it together. Very grateful to you. And... yeah, so finale week. Hope you enjoyed the Plinko pack. There's something just a little bit different I thought I'd try out there. And well done if you did manage to cash out some pennies there, if you didn't go for the double option at the end. Bad luck if you did, in going into a whole world of pain at that point, unfortunately. Anyway, we are kicking off with the Escape Artist tonight, and a question pack from our very own David J. Bodicum, whom we're very grateful. David, thank you very much for this pack. It is a super pack and will be a lovely start to the stream. We're up to 37 players already, goodness me. I wonder if we can get to a fourth row, that'd be nice. Good evening to you all. Welcome to How Much and Colo, Zeus's Keshi, Shapes, Apodo, AB Me, P5, Quizface, Hunterfan, G. Isand, Innis, Claire, Score Count, Puzzled and Dogfish, Toot, Fluid Fernando, Topper One, and Oni. Good evening to Pum and Ben and Johnny Chum, The Lupine One and Clive, to True and Ornament, Cyclespace, DNC, Vision, SM MIDI, Objects Countries, David J. Bodicum, Lewis T, Exo Alto, Quizzle, Dante, Brand New Halo, DVD Smith, BC, Bitterotter, Odd Garrett, Samson, Marky V, Shadowbane, Cetra, Pyro Piggly, Energy, and Rick601, and anyone else who is lurking and loitering and lingering in the chat. You are most welcome to be here. Thank you so much for joining me. And goodness, there's a lot of you tonight coming out this Tuesday. A message from our sponsor, Pum and Ben. Oh, no message, but thank you very much for the 16-month subscription. Goodness me, Pum and Ben, that's tremendous support. Thank you very much indeed for the ongoing support. I hope you are keeping well in this funny old world. I'm really tired. I haven't stopped since about Saturday afternoon, and I know this is going to sound like a first world problem, but it's just been non-stop between Dylan not being well on Saturday, stream Saturday night, church Sunday morning, meeting people Sunday after church, coming home, writing my IRL pub quiz, going out doing a piano recital, coming back to host the IRL pub quiz, rehearsal Monday morning, finishing off the last bits of stuff Monday afternoon, choir rehearsal Monday evening, and then finishing off more stuff because actually I picked up a day's teaching today, so I couldn't do anything today. Had half an hour on the sofa watching Star Trek Voyager with Mrs. Flush last night, and then I've been teaching all day today, cooking dinner since I got home, and now stream. It has been mad, and I'm looking forward to having a morning off tomorrow. It's just been crazy. It's just been crazy. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to some good, fun quizzing action with all y'all tonight. Starting with the Escape Artist, coming up a bit later on, we've got The Abyss, as written by Lupine, the Lupine One, Ralph. In fact, Lupine's written all 5 packs for The Abyss this evening, so we're very much looking forward to seeing that in action. We'll then do my new warm-up game, which is going to be a half-time game tonight. It's a self-running game. but I want to see what you make of it, and if it all works out well, we'll play it as a warm-up game on Saturday. And then to wrap the night up, we have got Risky Business as written by Apodo Nuevo. So lots to look forward to tonight, loads and loads of quizzing action. And I do hope that you will stick out with me this evening for as much of it as you can. And we've hit a 4th row! Many pogs indeed. Marky V, welcome to the game. Making it onto that 4th row. I'm going to give it, I think, 2 more pans, and then we are going to get this game underway. This is a great pack from David Bod, and I've got all of the trivia up here, so I'm looking forward to furnishing you with extra remarkable details. Escape Artist is an easy game to understand, a slightly more difficult game to win. The objective is to escape in each round. I'll explain the rules of round 1 in just a moment, but that is the general concept of the game. Certainly in the first 2 rounds is escape, and then in the 3rd round it is survive. So final pan, we're up to 40 players, which is fantastic to see. Last chance if you want to come and join, and I've no idea why this view counter is stuck. I did just kind of have a quick look on Streamlabs OBS, tried to update the URL, but it didn't seem to do anything. I have just updated OBS, so I'm assuming it's something to do with that. I might actually get rid of it because it's quite annoying actually, being stuck on 0, and I'll just get anxious all night. Let me see what I can do about this. Chat with Cam. Can I make that a little bigger now? Oh crap. Not really without it sort of overlapping the box. Is that in? That's just about in, right? That'll do for now. Is that inside the box? I think it's inside the box. That'll do. That'll do. Right, I actually gave it an extra 4 pans rather than 2. And don't get purged or it will be the abyss for you indeed, so Cole. Just no one's. It's working. Just no one's watching. Oh, don't say that to me. It's been quite a tough afternoon actually. With the teaching this afternoon, it's been fine. And supply teaching is all generally fine, but just the group I had this afternoon were just unspeakably horrible to each other. They're fine to me, but just being really unpleasant to each other in the classroom, which is just a little bit slightly sad and concerning in the youth of today. But hey, what can you do? Anyway, let's get some trivia action underway and have a really good time. Good luck to you all. Let's lock you in. Blimey, this is a question spread, isn't it? We started off with the 10 and then going to the 1. That's a bit of variety. Round 1 is called Initiate. In this round, there are 10 questions. The objective of the round is to answer 5 of the questions. As soon as you have answered 5 questions correctly, you are safely through to the next round. Points you get for each question are indicated by the question values up there in the top left-hand corner. Generally, the more points available for the question, the harder the question will be. So this first question, the 10-pointer, should in theory be the hardest one of the round. The 1-pointer will be the easiest one of the round. Obviously, you want to amass as many points as you can. If you do not manage to get 5 questions by the time the round is over, by the time we've asked 10 questions, or if at any point there are not enough questions left for you to amass 5, you will be immediately and permanently eliminated from the game. If you get a question wrong, you lose a life, and if you lose 3 lives, then you will be eliminated from the game. Those lives do refresh at the beginning of the next round, and for every life that you've got left at the end of round 1, we will give you a bonus point. Okay, so those are basically the rules. Whispering your answers to Persephone's Twitch bot, and keep your eye on the chat, because when the question is in the chat from the bot, the question is live. One thing I'm going to do just very quickly before we begin is I'm just going to, if I can remember where I put it on. Which game did I put it on? Was it Bidding War? Yes, it was. Just going to copy that over to the escape artist. Just be a useful one to have, just in case I need to go into emote only mode. That is now available. Good luck to you all. Round 1 is Initiate, and again, there's a question pack from David J. Bodicum. Question number 1 is a 10-pointer. Hardest one of the round in theory. Let's see how you get on. Good luck. Here's question 1. The Chandos portrait is one of the few known likenesses of which famous Englishman? And thank you very much for the follow, Margalex. Thank you very much for that follow. Remember, you don't have to play, you lose a life if you're wrong. 14 of you attempting that question on the first instance there. Going for a 10-pointer, hopefully getting off to a good start. The correct answer is William Shakespeare. Columbus, Charlemagne, Bob, Nelson, and Walter Raleigh, all incorrect. Remember, Rick, you don't have to answer the question, so if you've got no idea, you just cost yourself a life. You do not need to attempt the questions, okay? Only if you're needing to get all of the remaining ones in the round. Is it definitely worth a go. But if you've got no idea, your best bet's abstaining in this early stage. Painted 1600 to 1610, it is the most famous portrait of Shakespeare and possibly inspired the engraving used in the first folio. William Shakespeare is what we wanted. Well done if you got that. Let's light you back up. On we go, question number 2. A bit of a swing now, onto the 1 pointer, in theory the easiest of the lot. Take a look at this. Relative to the observer, from which of the 4 main compass directions does the sun rise each day? $25 attempting this question. Some people, I'm hoping it's a nice easy one. Guess we'll find out in a minute. Hoping it's a nice easy one, but if you maybe saving it for some harder questions to come a bit later on. The correct answer was east is what we're after. Oh, Pyro Pygmy on top of going the wrong way. No, it's east to west. It goes east to west. Well done if you did get that one. You got yourself a point. Let's light you back up. Red bar indicates that you've lost a life. Question number 3. This is an 8-pointer. It rises in the set in the west. Just to refer to the trivia back there. Question number 3. This is the 8-pointer. Let's have a look and see what you make of this. As well as waves, light can exhibit behaviours as discrete energy packets or particles known as what? Sun is overrated. Yeah, it is overrated, but I like the sun. It's an 8-pointer here. 27 of you attempting it. The correct answer was photons. Hey, a sea of green. Everyone who's attempted that getting it right. Very, very well played. That's another 8 points and 1 step closer to freedom. Gilbert Lewis coined the name photon in 1926. Thank you, David, for the trivia there. Well played. If you got that one right, let's light you back up. As we move on to question number 4, 6-pointer here, coming down to the sort of middling level, 6 points available. Have a look at question number 4. What kind of shell can be seen in Botticelli's painting The Birth of Venus and the logo for the Shell Oil Company? Again, 26 attempting this question. Maybe a different 26. Looks like it's a different variation of 26. Don't know if I'm right. Let's find out. Puzzle down. The correct answer is it's a scallop. Venus emerges from a scallop shell in the painting. The scallop logo has been Shell's logo since the 1940s. Clam, oyster, conch, clam, oyster, clam, clamshell, oyster, clam, clamshell, clam, seashell, clam, conch, clam, oyster. All incorrect. Sossig, not a completely Sossig question. We've got Odd Garrett managing to get scallop. Pum and Ben managing to find scallop as well. Well done to you. And Rick as well. Rick601 also managing to get scallop there. Very well done to you 3. 1 step close to freedom. Let's light you back up. I'm going to go to question number 5. Fair warning, if you have got 1 life remaining. Shadowmane, Pyro Pygmy, Marky V, 1 more incorrect answer, you will be eliminated from the game, so do tread carefully. No one yet requiring all of the questions, no one yet poised to escape on the next one. Let's see how you fare with question number 5. It's worth 2 points. Nato, welcome to the stream. Which large flightless bird appears opposite the kangaroo on Australia's national coat of arms? $33 out of 40 attempting this one. The correct answer is it's the emu, not the dodo. It's the emu. Ostrich, ostrich, dodo, ostrich, dodo, ostrich, kiwi, and ostrich. All incorrect answers, I'm afraid. 8 players giving the wrong answer in that. Some combination of ostrich, dodo, and kiwi. And unfortunately, it does mean Shadowmane and Marky V having got that one wrong. Unfortunately, you have exhausted your lives, which means it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. As we come to question number 6, 9-pointer available on this next one. True Anonyman is 1 question away from escaping. 1 more correct answer out of the next 5 Anonyman, and you're through to the next round. Remember, 1 bonus point for every life left. If you require all of them, puzzled down, you do have to answer all 5 questions in order to stay in the game. And if you're on your last life, it's a message from our sponsor, Shadowmane. Last life, then do tread carefully.
I've never made it out of round 1 since this game debuted. Hashtag permanent resident of quiz prison.
You got sentence for life. Oh, sentence for life, Natter. Not Natter, Shadowmaid. Thank you very much for the 100 bits. That's very kind of you. Always next time. Always next time. Season 7, I think it's been played in the first couple of weeks. I'll have another go then. Question number 6 then. Do tread carefully if you are at risk here. Question 6 is worth 9 points. Take a look at this. Which British sitcom created by Lisa McGee uses the song Dreams by the Cranberries as its theme tune? Also, just on the last question, the emu is the second largest living bird after the ostrich, which is native to Africa. Just 10 players attempting this question for 9 points. The correct answer is Derry Girls. Everybody but Puzzle Dan getting it right. Puzzle Dan, unfortunately, that is the wrong answer. You did need to attempt it, but unfortunately, that is your last life, and that is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Anonyman becomes first player to escape. Very well done, Anonyman. You cannot answer any more questions now in this round. Your points are locked at 30, but you are safely through to the next round, and we'll give you 3 bonus points a bit later on. Players now one away. Odd Garrett. You need any one of the next 4 questions in order to escape. Choose it wisely. If you choose the 3-point, it's not as high a score as you could get, but it will be the easiest of the remaining 4. If you require all 4 of them, Topper, Keshi, DMC and Energia, you must give me 4 correct answers in a row in order to escape. And if you're on your last life, Keshi, Topper, DMC and Pyro Pygmy, do tread carefully. Question number 7 is a 3-pointer. Take a look at... set in Londonderry in Northern Ireland in the mid-1990s. Its 3rd series starts on April the 12th. That is Derry Girls. Question number 7 is worth 3 points. Have a look at this. In which month of the year does the US hold its presidential elections? ...32 out of 36 attempting this question. Sorry, 33 out of 36. Just 3 people sitting out, maybe waiting for more valuable questions a bit later on. The correct answer is... November. Objects Country is going for September. Joggington going for January. That's when the president is sworn in. And Brand New Header going for June. No, not June. The elected president isn't sworn in until the following January, but the election itself takes place in November. Let's have a look. No one due for elimination. Just 3 wrong answers there. Let's light you back up. Just an honour man to have escaped so far, but there's a lot of light blue up there. If you want to weigh any of the next 3 questions, we'll see you escaping into round 2. If you require all 3 of them, Topper, Keshi, Objects Countries, DMC, Energy and Quizzle, then you do need to give me all 3 correct answers, 4, 5 and 7 points. And if you're on your last life, do tread carefully, because 1 more wrong answer and you will be eliminated. Good luck. Question number 8 is worth 4 points. Have a look at this. What body feature is lost by someone who has alopecia? ...32 out of 36 attempting this one here. The correct answer was... It's the hair. The hair, yes. It's slightly topical at the moment following Chris Rock and Will Smith's altercation at the Oscars. DMC going for mole. Not the correct answer, I'm afraid. It's the only wrong answer there. Unfortunately for Objects Countries, it's now impossible for you to escape. And DMC, you have exhausted your lives. For you two, it is the end of the road. And it's lights out. A lot more dark blue up there though now. 16 players escaping into round 2. Very well done. Your scores are locked. Bonus point for every life you've got left. If you're 1 away, you're light blue. 14 of you are currently flashing either of the next 2 questions and you will escape into round 2. If you require all of them, a 5-pointer and a 7-pointer, you're orange and flashing now. Good luck to you. And if you're on your last life, tread carefully. 1 more wrong answer and you will be eliminated. Pyro, Pygmy and Jogging Chum in particular, they don't need both, but they have only got 1 life to do it. Question number 9, it's worth 5 points. Have a look at this. Animals with alopecia, incidentally, can lose feathers or wool. In 2009, the High Court ruled that which snack was liable for VAT, even though it was only 42% potato. Some slight trepidation about players answering there. 10 out of 19 giving it a go. The correct answer was Pringles. It was Pringles. Crisps, unfortunately, top of that isn't specific enough. I do need a brand name there because Walkers and Quavers and Skips. Crisps isn't quite going to cover it. Quavers, also a wrong answer. And potato waffles, unfortunately, also a wrong answer. It does mean for G-Isons and Energia, who didn't give me an answer there by the looks of it, according to my log, anyway, they may have done. Did you give me an answer? Can't see. It's telling me it's impossible for you to escape, and for Topper, I'm afraid you have exhausted your lives. For you three, it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. 21 players have now escaped, just 11 players remaining live with one question to go. You do need to give me a correct answer to this one. It's worth 7 points if you can do it. If you can't, you will be eliminated. Good luck. Question number 10. Which Attack of the Clones actor asked George Lucas for his lightsaber to be purple so he could be easily seen? Nine out of 11, 2 people abstaining, which means they will be eliminated by default. No, wait, no. Bloody hell. What's happened, Oni? Are you having a bloody hell moment? You've answered. The answer's been accepted. Maybe it was the wrong answer. Let's take a look. The correct answer was Samuel L. Jackson. Oh, you've got Mace Windu now. How much go for Marilyn Monroe? Ewan McGregor, no, his was very much purple. And Lady Gaga, also not the right answer. Samuel Bloody House. Oh, Oni, my dude. Played the character of Mace Windu. Incidentally, on the Pringles one, Procter & Gamble argue that they were not potato crisps, which do attract VAT. Although they won the initial case in 2008, they lost the appeal, costing them around £20 million per year ongoing. Shame. As for this one, where is it? On Graham Norton's chat show, Jackson said he wanted a distinctive colour so that he could find his Mace Windu character in the Petranaki Arena fight scene. Oh, Oni, that's an RTFQ moment if I ever saw one. 4 times. Oh, my dude. Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson, I'm afraid I can't. I mean, I'd be inclined to go to David, but I know what his ruling would be. It does ask for an actor, not a character. That's really unfortunate. I can't allow Mace Windu. Oh, 4 out of 5 missing question 10. Really sorry, but for you, along with brand new Halo, Cetra, Cyclespace, How Much Jogging Chum, it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. And there we have it. Very well done to the 26 players out of our 40 who have survived round 1 through to round 2. A reminder, for every life that you have got left, we will give you a bonus point, which means the maximum score currently belongs to... I think it might be Lupine on 31, though with 2 lives he's going to go up to 33. That is the end of round number 1. Let's play on to round 2. Round 2 is Sustain. Points carry over, and we have refreshed your lives. At the end of this round, for every life that you've got left over, we'll give you a bonus 2 points rather than the standard bonus 1. So they are going to be very valuable, so do try and cling on to them. The big number up in the left-hand corner with a target next to it, that's 48. That is the target that you need to hit in order to escape this round. Questions are now all worth 5 points with a fairly middling difficulty across all of them. Obviously, there will be a little bit of variation therein. If you get a question wrong, you lose a life. If you run out of lives, you're eliminated from the game. Once you've hit that target, you have escaped to the next round. The main difference with this round is that after you've escaped, you may continue answering questions, but do be warned, you can still be eliminated if you've run out of lives. If you fail to hit that target of 48 by the end of the round, you'll be eliminated. If there are not enough available points for you to hit that target at any point during the round, then you will be eliminated. The target is set by the highest scoring player, that's Lupine, plus 15, which means even the highest scoring player must get 3 correct, but of course may answer more if they choose. And a word of warning, you must hit that target before bonus lives are applied. If you get to 47 and have got 3 lives left, no good if it's the end. You've got to hit 48 first. Bonuses are applied after elimination. Good luck to you all. Round 2 is Sustain. The rest of the rules are the same. Here's question number 1. From the Greek for send away, what title was given to the 12 witnesses sent by Jesus to preach his gospel to the world? One out of 26 attempting this one. I fear there may be some following this question because the correct answer is apostle or apostles, and I have in large capitalized letters, do not accept disciple, for a disciple is a student that learns about religion rather than an apostle who is sent to teach a faith. A very specific definition of the derivation of the word there from the Greek for send away. Little bit of a mean question maybe from David there, but unfortunately I can't accept disciples. Apostles though is correct. Pirate Pygmy, that is a typo, but it is a phonetically plausible typo as far as I can see. Apostitles. Apostitles. To my mind, that is phonetically plausible. That was my instant Pirate Pygmy. I am going to allow that. However, disciples, I will not. Very good. Let's go on to question number 2. Let's light you back up. Handful of players losing a life there. Here we go. Question number 2. Take a look. Due to the houses on stilts around Lake Maracaibo, which country was reputedly named after Venice by Alonso de Ojeda? 18 of 26 attempting this one. The correct answer was Venezuela. Everyone who attempted it giving the correct answer, very well done. Name literally means Little Venice. Some versions of the story say that Amerigo Vespuccio named it. I hope that's the case. That's a good story if that's true. Let's play on. Let's light you back up. No one escaping yet. Just a few people losing a single life. Lupine no longer with the lead. Zeus is creeping up onto the 40s there, so I think currently having the lead. Let's go on. Question number 3. Which popular children's board game is similar to Pachisi, sometimes described as India's national game? 19 out of 26 giving this one a go. Correct answer was Ludo. Oh, a couple of people going for Sorry here, which is a variation of Ludo, but without the knocking players back to the start. At least in my recollection, you can't do that in Ludo. I don't think I can accept Ludo. Snakes and Ladders certainly can't accept either. Trouble, I don't know if that's a different variation of the same thing. I may have to delegate to David on that one. Trouble board game. Let's take a little look. Is it something very different? Board game in which players compete to be the first around the board, move to the roll of the dice into what's called a pop-o-matic. So Trouble, it's a bit like Frustration, which is basically the same game. So David, if you're here, can I get a ruling on that? Trouble is the board game is a Coldplay song. Snakes and Ladders can't accept either. Yeah, if David's still here, I just want to get a quick ruling on both Sorry and Trouble. If you allow Trouble, I'd also allow Sorry. Oh, are you leaving it to me? Okay, well, I'm going to delegate to you as to whether or not you think that's right. You'd say yes. Okay, fine. I will go with you on that one. We will allow Sorry and we will allow Trouble. So, AB Me, yes, because it's a variation on the game. We're going to go with that. So, AB Me. Sorry. Snakes and Ladders, unfortunately, we can't because that is a very different game. Apodo Nuevo, though, saying Trouble. I will allow that one. P-Fired, saying Sorry. Yes, we'll allow that one. P-Fired. Snakes and Ladders we can't allow. Samster going for Sorry. Yes, we can condone that. And Quizzle saying Snakes and Ladders, unfortunately we can't condone that. So there we go. 5 points if you... thank David for that one. That was his ruling. Let's light you back up. Handful of players going light blue at this stage. Means they're one away. Maybe you can keep answering after you've escaped the round, if you are so inclined, but maybe you can also still be eliminated if you run out of lives. No one yet requiring all of them, but we have got Quizzle down there onto their last life, so Quizzle, do be careful. One more wrong answer and you will be eliminated from the game. The name Pachisi, incidentally, is derived from the Hindi word for the number 25, the largest number that could be thrown with the cowrie shells used on that version. So there we are. On we go. Question number 4. Take a look. Which H.G. Wells novella, his first work in the sci-fi genre, is mainly set in the year 802,701 AD? I'm a bit warm, I'm going to take the cardi off. Does that count as the first piano of the night, me accidentally punching the keyboard? 18 out of 26 players attempting this one. Let's take a look. Correct answer was... Bit logical. If you think about it, was Time Machine. Oh, a couple of War of the Worlds there. Lewis and BC going for War of the Worlds. We Like Shapes, The Time Machine. Is that the version covered by Megan the Stallion, perhaps? The Time Machine was the right answer. Just 2 wrong answers to War of the Worlds there. Let's light you back up. First escapees of the round, Shapes, Zeus, Samster, Innis. Very well done. You are through to round 3, provided you can stay here. Remember, do keep answering questions if you want to earn more points, but remember, you can be eliminated and 2 points for each life remaining at the end. Let's have a look at some other players. Lupine, Anonyman, Toot, and Clive. One more question right out of the remaining 6. You will escape to the next round. Still nobody requiring all of them, though we have still got Quizzle there on his last life. Question number 5 then. Take a look at this. How many yards long is a typical drag racing strip? Anybody? Oh, there's a couple. Can I have a punt? Just 3 of you. Incidentally, on the Time Machine, it's the word that gave us the term Time Machine for a device that allowed travel to other time periods. Not a very popular question here, just 3 players attempting it, and specifically, it doesn't say in the log, I'll have to look on the screen. Rick, BC, and Calibrated Vision. Correct answer was 440. Very well done to BC and Vision there. Yeah, 440, the right answer. It's 1/4 of a mile. 1,760 yards divided by 4 gives you 440. Rick, 1,000 is not the right answer, I'm afraid, so you're going to lose a life. Let's light you back up. And we've got our first orange light there. Dogfish, you've got to get all 5 of the remaining questions in order to hit that target. So do make sure you're answering as best you can. Couple more blue lights. No, still the same 4 blue lights. Lupine, True, Anonyman, Clive, and Toot. And if you're on your last life, still just Quizzle here. Hello, Mrs. Flush. Hope you're well. Question number 6. Have a look at this. The worst US Army defeat during the Plains Wars, which general died, along with all his men, at the Battle of the Little Bighorn? All but 2 players attempting this one. And it might be the 2 who've already escaped, possibly, or did they give it a go as well? Or 2 of the 4 who've already escaped. Hopefully we know that the answer is General Custer. ABB go for custard. That's a difficult one. I can sort of see what you mean. This is very nice because I don't have a massage this week because Zoe's in Las Vegas. Please don't stop. You've only ever heard it said he was taken into custard. Ah!
Pain.
Thank you, DVD Smith. I'm inclined to accept it under the grounds that is phonetically plausible. Yeah, this is unbelievably nice, Apodo, I'm not going to lie. I think, to my mind, it is what my rule is general phonetic plausibility, AB me, and it is, to my mind, phonetically plausible. General custard, extra D on the end. So I think I am going to allow it. Yeah, if you had said blancmanged, probably not. But my inclination is to keep massaging, it's making him nicer. I'm going to allow it. General Custer, yes, known as Custer's Last Stand. The short battle saw Custer's army outnumbered and outmaneuvered by the Native American forces led by Sitting Bull. If he died, then Custard would be the past. Ah, very good. Custard would be the past tense. The Blofeld cat thing to Ben's head. She is a little bit, isn't she? Well done, everyone who attempted there getting it right. Let's light you back up. Some more escapees. Lupine, Shapes, Zeus, and Toot are now joined by Anonyman, Samster, Clive, and Innis through to the next round. Remember, you can keep answering if you like. If you want away, quite a few now going light blue. Any of the next 4 questions, and you will escape. Still just Dogfish requiring all of them, and still just Quizzle on the last life. Good luck. Question number 7. Have a look at this. Rated 1 on the Mohs scale of hardness, which mineral of hydrated magnesium silicate is the main component of face powder? Sure you find the right window, Odd Garrett. I almost called you Odd Thomas then. That's a novel by Dean Koontz. Odd Garrett. 26 out of 26, all players attempting this one. The correct answer was talc. Also would have accepted talcum powder or talcum on its own. And again, all 26 of you getting it right. Very well played. Let's light you back up. We've got 16 escapees. This is going to be a big old final. Odd Thomas from the band Matchbox 20. I'm not familiar with them, Oni. We've got AB Me, Lupine, Shapes, DVD Smith, Zeusler, Sapodo, Toot, Lewis, Pum and Ben, Pyro Pygmy, Anonymous, Samster, BC, Clive Innes, and Rick. All it's going to round 3. Remember, you could still be eliminated if you run out of lives, because you can continue answering, but we'll give you 2 points for every life you've got left at the end. If you want to weigh, Quizface, Claire, Colo, Vision, P5 and Quizzle, one more correct answer and you're through one of the next 3. If you need them all, it's still just Dogfish. Has got 3 lives, but you've got to get 3 questions right, Dogfish, and it is, I think, still just Quizzle there on the last life. Chemical formula for talcum powder, incidentally, is Mg3Si4010OH2, because of course it is. Question number 8. Have a look at this. The label Miu Miu is named after the family nickname of the head designer for which Italian luxury fashion house? "11 out of 26 having a go at this one. Correct answer was the name of Thor's hammer, Miu Miu. That's Mjolnir, I think. Lingo, my dude, welcome to the stream. Great to have you here. Correct answer was Prada. A bit of a yin or a yang or a flip when you should have flopped. 3 people going for Gucci. Claire going for Versace. Not the right answer. Everyone else who attempted to give me the correct answer of Prada. Prada's head designer Miuccia Prada was called Miu Miu when growing up. Apologies if I've got that pronunciation wrong. Dogfish. Oh, you've not given an answer, which means it's impossible for you to escape at this point. Panicked. Boy, I didn't even get through. Yeah, it was received out of time, unfortunately. It did come through, but slightly out of time. Would have been wrong anyway. Moochie Gucci. Better than Poochie Gucci. Unfortunately, Dogfish, that is the end of the road, and it's lights out.
I'm thoroughly enjoying the comedy coming from DVD Smith. Please keep it up.
So, Moochie Gucci. 2 questions remaining. We have got 17 players who've already escaped. But they could still be eliminated, particularly Quizzle, who's now escaped and is on his last life, so do be careful. If you are 1 away, either of the next 2 will see you good to the next round. Vision, Colo, Claire, Quizface, P5 and Fernando. If you require both, Odd, Garrett and Keshi, you've got to give me correct answers to both of these last 2 questions. And if you're on your last life, Keshi and Quizzle, do tread carefully. Good luck. Question number 9, have a look at this. In which 2004 Crytek first-person shooter does ex-Special Forces operative Jack Carver search for journalist Valerie Constantine? "11 out of 25 attempting it. To this day, it's probably still the 2nd best first-person shooter ever made, depending whether you count Bioshock as a first-person shooter or an RPG. 3rd best if you do. 4th best maybe if you're thinking about Bioshock Infinite as well. I loved this game when it first came out because it came out about 6 months after the first Call of Duty game, which I didn't really buy into. But this game has had a billion sequels since of varying shades and colours, and the correct answer is Far Cry. Crisis was a little later. It was 2006, and you played some weird guy in a mech suit, but it wasn't Jack Carver. Jack Carver was just a guy in a Hawaiian shirt in the original Far Cry game. Great game that it was as well. Wrong answers including Crisis. Rainbow Six, Pyro Pygmy, Fall Cry. I don't think that's phonetically plausible. I don't think it's phonetically plausible. Custard, it's 1 letter difference. Fall or far, I don't think I can quite get there. And it can't be written off as a typo, so Pyro Pygmy, I don't think I can allow. You have already escaped, but I don't think I'm going to allow that. Yoshi, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Rick going for FC1. That, I can tell what you mean, but that's possibly because I'm a little bit of a ye olde video game buff. So FC1, I am going to allow that. But Fall Cry, I don't think that's close enough. I hope you feel I've made the right decision there. Keshi and Odd Garrett, unfortunately, it is impossible for you both to escape, and in case Keshi as well, you've also exhausted your lives. Unfortunately, that's what we call it when we're sad that summer's over. Indeed we do. Wait, don't go. Unfortunately, it is the end of the road, and it's lights out. Never played the first one's the best one, Keshi. First one's really, really good. You'll go play it now. 18 players have escaped, 23 players still in live play. If you want away, nobody, because you now require all with one question left. Vision, Fernando, Claire, P. Fired, Quizface. You've got to get this question right if you want to survive to the final round. Lupine, AB Me, Quizzle, you have already escaped, but you're also on your last life, so think carefully before you answer this one. Good luck. Question number 10 is... In the Cinderella fairy story, which animals get turned into horses by the fairy godmother? Just to the previous question. Set in an unidentified archipelago in the South Pacific. I always thought it was set on the island nation of Micronesia, David Farcry. But I may be wrong. 19 out of 23 attempting this one. The correct answer is... Ow.
Sorry.
Mice. White mice or mouse all accepted. Everyone who attempted that giving me the right answer, which means no one is due for elimination. You have all escaped. Very well played. Let's light you back up and check out what scores you are leaving with. Lovely stuff. Everyone there surviving, no one to eliminate. For every life that you have got left, I will give you 2 bonus points. Everyone who is here, all 23 of you, have surpassed that target of 48. Let's go to the final round. And round 3 is Survive. 23 players survived to the final. I have to say, probably one of the busiest finals I've seen of the Escape Artists for quite some time. We started at 40, we dropped to 26, I think, and only losing 3 or 4 people in that round. Round 3 is Survive. Very different format to this round. Your points are now converted into a timer. As soon as somebody answers the question correctly, your timer will start ticking down. The only way to stop your timer is by answering the question correctly. Your points are lost at the drain rate indicator in the top left-hand corner. That will decrease as the round goes on, 1 point per second and a half, up to a maximum of 10 points per question. Your lives are no longer lives, they are now refis, so you may attempt every question once without penalty. However, every subsequent attempt, so you can attempt the question more than once if you've got it down to a choice of 2, for example, every subsequent attempt will cost you one of those refires. You have to decide whether or not it's worth playing it to lose a refire. How much time are you going to save in the early round? If you play it with only 1 second to go, maybe that refire will be more useful later on than the extra point you'll gain. But of course that drain rate will increase. If you don't get the question right or nobody answers the question, you lose the maximum drain rate of 10 points. If you run out of points and run out of time, you will be eliminated from the game. Could have more than one survivor. We could have no survivors, but only one of you, or possibly 2 if there is a time, the score can be the Escape Artist. I wish you all the very best of luck. Round 3 is Survive, and it's a little nonsensical, since in the original Disney film, Major the horse is turned into a footman. Yes, that... on the Cinderella quest, that's a very good point,
Yes,
David.
he is.
Prugs, welcome to the stream, dude. Hope you're well. Great to have you here. Stick around, we've got the Abyss coming up shortly. Good luck to our 23 survivors. Here is question number 1.
Amazing, I've never had that pointed out before.
On a UK weather map, which geometric shape is coloured red to indicate a warm front? Oh, and Innes the first to start the clock. Quite a few wrong answers coming in, some refires being played. You'll go green if you're right. I'm struggling to keep track. I'm going to have to go through all these in a minute. Wow, a lot of answers, a lot of refires. Claire using up all 3 refires on question number 1 and still failing to find the answer. Samster saying triangle, first of all. The correct answer is actually semicircle. Semicircle, half circle. A cold front is marked by blue triangles. A bit of a curveball on that opening question. Oh, excuse me, big changes to the scores. Innes starting the clock off there. Wrong answers include triangle, 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 chevron, triangle, 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 arrow, triangle, triangle, circle from Rick, eventually getting semicircle. Triangle, circle, 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 line, triangle, square, line, circle, circle, diamond. So a lot of wrong answers and a huge array of colours we've got going on there. I have to say, greens and oranges and reds and blues, which means some people didn't attempt after the refire, some people did attempt after the refire, some got it right, and of course Innes started the clock. Goodness me. Yeah, you do get a free guess, Zeus, so always get a free guess, so it's always worth attempting at least once. Let's light you back up. Zeus, I think, still having the lead at the moment, but only just on 72, just a point ahead of Shapes on 71. Let's go on to question number 2. Take a look at this. Which US space shuttle took Sally Ride into orbit in 1983, making her the first US woman in space? P5 starting the clock here. Got some greens and reds, which means we've had some right and some wrong answers. Just going to take my band out, babe. Big mixture of answers again. The correct answer was Challenger. Challenger is what we were after there. She was part of Challenger's first successful mission, but was not part of the 1986 disaster. Wrong answers: Columbia, Apollo, Atlantis, Columbia, Enterprise, Columbia, Voyager, Enterprise, and Endeavour. P5 starting the clock there, able to maintain their score of 48. Zeus losing a few points, and it looks like Shapes may have taken the lead here with 70, answering slightly ahead of Zeus. Let's light you back up. Still not lost anyone yet, but we've got a lot of players who've lost refires already. Remember, they're not lives, but if you've run out of them, only your first answer will be accepted. Last question, where the drain rate is 1 point per second and a half, up to a maximum of 10. Here's question number 3. Take a look. The music artists Rihanna, Grandmaster Flash, and Chantel, all born in which island country? Zeus starting the clock here. Shapes getting in a point later. Plenty of greens, plenty of reds. If you've got refires, remember you can attempt again. Answers: Barbados, Jamaica, Haiti, Jamaica, Bahamas, USA, Bermuda, Jamaica, and Jamaica are the answers offered there. I've been told explicitly not to accept Barbuda, which is a separate island. Zeus starting the clock there, 68. Quite a few getting it right, some of them only getting it right eventually. Shapes still with a lead of 69 here, very nice. Zeus just a point behind. Let's light you back up, and we're going to increase that drain rate. It's now 1 point a second up to a maximum of 15. Players without refires, you're going to have to think carefully before you answer, but not for too long, because the points are going to start to tick down that much quicker. Question number 4, take a look at this. By weight, what is the world's most produced food crop? Finally, 2 getting to the answer there. It's taken most people a refire, but Toot has started the clock. If you've got refires, now is the chance to use it. Just Toot, Colo, and P5 getting the correct answer, which was sugar. Would also have accepted sugar cane, but not sugar beet, which is a separate crop. Around 2 billion tons of sugar are harvested each year, more than corn and wheat combined. Rice, corn, rice, corn, rice, wheat, maize, rice, corn, wheat, corn, maize, rice, coffee, rice, soy, rice, potato, corn, maize, wheat, rice, corn, tea were the answers that you gave. 2 billion tons is indeed an awful lot. Lot of red lights there. 2 to eventually get into the right answer and starting the clock. Let's light you back up. There are so many red lights, people are running out of refires rapidly running out of refires. So Innes does still have all 3. Lead currently belongs to Shapes, I believe. No, it doesn't. It belongs to Toot on 62. Toot, who won the last game of the Escape Artists. Can he make it 2 on the bounce? We will have to find out. Question number 5. Take a look at this. Good system with the held impression. Which organ of an animal is used in a dish known as lights on a restaurant menu? Nobody there yet. Oh, at the 11th hour, Lewis has started the clock. And your clocks are on. Chance to refire if you saved them. If you've used not, you've just got to watch those points ticking down. It's lungs, and Lewis the only player by the looks of it to get the right answer there. Lights are the lungs of a sheep, pig or bull. These days they are used as part of pet food. Eyes, kidneys, cow, liver, brain, liver, eyes, heart, liver, eyes, intestine, kidneys, intestines, eyes, brain, eyes, skin, eyes, liver. Nobody other than Lewis getting the right answer, and leaving it quite late. Lewis, it might have taken him a couple of refires. In fact, it took him at least 1. Took him 2. Actually, Lewis going liver and then intestine, and then finally landing on lungs. Very well played. Don't think we've lost anyone yet, but we are with it. Oh, I beg your pardon. We have Quizface. I'm afraid you have run out of points. There's a couple of people who aren't far off, but Quizface, I'm afraid it's the end of the road, and it's lights out. Vision has got 1 point. AV Me has got 2. Fernando has got 3. Pygmy on 8. and Claire on 11, DVD Smith on 7, Lupine on 10. All of those players, Pum and Ben as well on 11. All of those players in immediate jeopardy. If you fail to answer this question correctly, you will be eliminated because there's a maximum of 15 potentially at stake. Good luck. Question number 6. Have a look at this. Contents of one Aldi sausage. After an earthquake in 2011, the community of which Southern Hemisphere city have worshipped at the Cardboard Cathedral? David has got to the answer. He's going to be grateful for that because it is going to get him through to the next question. Vision is out of points. AB Me's out of points. Fernando's out of points. Pygmy's out of points. Ben's out of points. It's Christchurch is what we were after there. Wrong answer is New Zealand. It was City we were after. Jakarta, Brasilia, Port-au-Prince, New Zealand, Port-au-Prince, Kuala Lumpur, Port-au-Prince, Wellington, Canterbury, Santiago, Jakarta, Adelaide and Singapore. All wrong answers. Unfortunately, at this stage, with the drain rate increasing yet again, AB Me, Lupine, Vision, Pum and Ben, Fernando and Pygmy, I'm afraid your points have been exhausted. It's the end of the road and it's lights out. And David, welcome to the stream. Great to have you with us. Hope you're keeping well. Only 16 players remain with 4 questions left. The drain rate has increased again. 1 point per 0.75 seconds up to a maximum of 20. Shapes now goes back into the lead with 38. Toots in second on 36. And then I think it's Zeus there on 26. And other than those 3 and Lewis, everybody else is in immediate danger. If you do not answer this question, you will lose all of your remaining points. Maximum of 20 available. Scant number of refires left. P5 with the most with 2. Good luck. Here is question number 7. Oh, while the main cathedral is repaired, incidentally, the congregation meet at a transitional building partly made from cardboard tubes. So there we go. Question number 7. Good luck. Here it is. Lewis asking for maths. Which American comedian wrote a play about Einstein and Picasso meeting at a Paris bar in the year 1904? P. Fired has started the clock. Saving themselves. Anonyman's out. Claire's out. David's out. Colo's out. Clive's out. BC's out. Quizzle's out. Innes is out. Apodo's out. A lot of people getting that one wrong. Steve Martin was the answer. A few wrong answers there include Seinfeld, Reginald D. Hunter, Springer and Arthur Miller, all incorrect I'm afraid. And after question number 7 of round 3, David, Apodo, Claire, Colo, Anonymous, BC, Clive, Innes and Quizzle, I'm afraid it is the end of the road. Your points are exhausted, it's the end of the road and it's lights out. And then there were 7. P5 still with 2 refires, so only 2 points. May not be able to use those. And everybody other than Toot is now in imminent danger if you do not get this question right. Martin's played Picasso at the Lapin Agile, or Lapin Agile. Nimble Rabbit is a discussion about genius and creativity. All of you other than Toot could potentially go out on this question. P5 has 2 refires, Rick has 1. Samster has 1, Toot has 1, Lewis has 1, Zeus and Shapes have none. Maximum drain rate is 20 points. Good luck to all 7 of you. Question number 8. Which famous London venue provides the climax to 2 Hitchcock films, both called The Man Who Knew Too Much? Toot is in and wrong. Refire available. Someone needs to start it or it's Toot's game. Oh, and Shapes has got there with a couple of seconds to spare. That was going to be Toot's game, all but 2 seconds. Shapes has started the clock. Careful, because I've got noise. So. Lewis has stopped the clock. Rick's out of time. Samson's out of time. Zeus out of time. P5 out of time. And Shapes takes the lead. The answer is the Royal Albert Hall. Wrong answers: Palladium, Apollo, Savoy, Vauxhall Arena. Rick going Royal Albert, but with no refires. Rick, I'm going to allow that. You were stopped at 15 points. I can see what you're getting at there. Phonetic plausibility strikes again. Rick, let's see if I remember how to do this. Give me a sec. Points to restore to 0 because you had no lives. Points to restore to 15. Rick. You're back to life, Rick. That is the moment that you answered your question that wasn't accepted. Please be careful because I've got an answer.
I know.
So Rick comes back from the dead with 2 Shapes starting that clock with just 2 seconds to spare. That would have been Toot's game, but Shapes managed to find the answer. Did it cost him a refire? No, he didn't have any. But he's given it some thought. Unfortunately, P5, Samster and Zeus, you've run out of points. It is the end of the road, and it's lights out. 2 questions to go. 4 players remaining. You are now all in that danger territory. We could have no winners if no one gets this right. Only Toot with a refire, and just the one of them. 20 points maximum drain. Shapes is leading on 18, but if no one gets this, you will all be eliminated. Rick and Toot. Rick back from the dead on 15. Toot also on 15. Lewis on 2. Lewis basically needs to start the clock. Otherwise, he is pretty much gone. Good luck. Question number 9. Have a look at this. Incidentally, Hitchcock released 2 films with the same title, but with different plots in 1934 and 1956. The latter, better-known version, starred James Stewart and Doris Day. Question 9. Here it is. What is the most densely populated island that has over 1 million people living on it? Lewis is in and wrong. He is going to be out the game. Toot's in and wrong's got a refire. No, you hate to see it, and we don't even get to question number 10.
Pain.
It's Manhattan. 1.66 million people living on 60 square kilometres. It has a density of around 28,000 people per square kilometre. Nearest contender that is more dense is Mali in the Maldives, which only has 110,000 people. Madagascar and Brunei and Java from Rick. All 3 incorrect, and unfortunately you were all in that danger territory. It does mean Toot, Shapes, Lewis, Rick. It is the end of the road, and it's lights out. And we don't need to prepare for question number 10. We'll bring a spaniel to show you, because unfortunately it's the bad ending. After 29 questions, no one escapes. But an absolutely sterling question, Pat, there from our great friend David J. Bodycombe. Really lovely curve. You're quite right, David. Just about the right number of eliminations you'd expect in a game like this. But unfortunately, that question number 29 just defeating all our remaining players. May we offer you a doggo in these trying times? Yeah. A baniel.
A banjo.
Will you buy a fine dog with a hole in his head with a dildo? With a diddle diddle with a diddle. Yeah, that's an actual song by Thomas Morley. One of these weird old songs about dogs.
And dildos.
And dildos.
Lots of dildos.
Lots of dildos.
Many dildos.
Right. I'm going to have to let you go because we've got to move right on to our next game, which is The Abyss, coming right up. Sad that we had the bad ending there, but unfortunately, David's question pack has beaten you all. But a lovely pack all the same. Thank you very much indeed, David. And of course, I will give you pennies for every question you answer correctly. I'll give you 5 pennies, and they should be added on automatically. The winner of the game should be added on automatically, but on this occasion, we don't have one, sadly. So, we're going to go for a very short break, just while I get the next game set up. It is going to be the Abyss, as written by our great friend Ralph, and he's written all 5 packs himself. There is a good amount of variety amongst them, but they are all by a single author this time round. So do stick around for that, especially if you've not played it before. If you're new to the stream, haven't seen the Abyss in action, quietly nihilistic is how I like to describe it. Thank you all for playing The Escape Artist. Thank you again to David for a lovely question pack there. Great question pack there it was, and great efforts from lots of players, but I'm afraid on this occasion, nobody escapes. Back in a minute. And don't go away, because right after this very short break, we will be back with the quietly nihilistic arena of The Abyss. All 5 question packs provided by the Lupine One, aka Ralph, for this next game. So stay tuned, don't touch that dial. We'll be right back. Time to get our nihilism on. Welcome to The Abyss. Quietly nihilistic. So, if you've not played this one before, there's still a couple of changes I need to make, like highlighting focus players in the wings, but this is a game of endurance. And all the questions are provided for us this week by the Lupine One, to whom we're very, very grateful. If you want to take part in The Abyss, I need to go to the right profile. You need to enter the code. Ha! Nope! Oh, glorious! Nope. I have not planned that. Genuinely haven't planned that. RNG occasionally is going to do its thing. Lovely stuff. Joe, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Room for a few more. Room for a few more if you want to come play. It is one of those ones you do need to join at the start. You can't just join midway through. So do come join the game. Quite a few of you in so far. So you move from the Get Out. Going to take a moment at this point to say after the Abyss, we're going to go to a sort of a mid-time game. It's a self-runner. Well, I'll go off the camera, but it's a brand new game. The correct question. Yeah, yes, Lupin, I have. I'll respond in whispers since you've asked in whispers. Yes, in short, Lupin. So yeah, brand new game coming up after this. It's a self-running game. It's going to function as a warm-up, but I wanted to put it in midway through because I already had a warm-up written for tonight. This is the Abyss, and there's, again, like the Escape Artist, the potential to have no winners. There's no gold, silver, or bronze, but you do get pennies for every answer that you give, and it's 5 pennies, I believe, 5 pennies per question you have, which means because there's 50 questions in the game, there's a maximum of 250 pennies up for grabs in this game, and you want to get as many pennies as you can, because of course we have got the penny prize draw coming up this Saturday in the season finale, along with the grand final of the Arena tournament that's been going on throughout season 6, as we draw a line under that before we head off into season 7, as well as lots of other fun and games. The staff game have Googled that. We've also probably got the new warm-up game, which we'll trial out in a minute, and that will probably make an appearance on Saturday. We've also got Data Leak from Oni, and I'm very tempted to write a Hiver and Money Box to put in as well, just to wrap the season off nicely. So lots of things to look forward to this Saturday. Twitch.tv/royal_flush. I really hope you can join me before I go for a couple of weeks off to go and do some bit of rest and recuperation and sort of all the madness of Easter with church and whatnot. I'll give you another few seconds to come join, and then we are going to get this game underway. Now that Lupin has said that, I am just going to go and check that they are the right questions. Yeah, they are. Look to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 32 players in this game, which is lovely to see. Room for a few more, to give you another 10 seconds. And after the Abyss, like I say, new warm-up game sort of test. And then we'll finish the night off with some risky business from Apodo. Do hope that you will stick around for all of that. Right, without any further ado, let's lock the game and explain the rules. So, players will attempt to answer up to 40 questions by whispering the answers to Persephone's Twitch bot. Use the crossword clues to assist you, as spelling matters. After the 5th question, 9 players will be selected to join the Abyss Arena, with players who perform better given a higher chance. Everyone does have a chance of getting in, but the better you have done on the previous 5 questions, the more chance you have of getting into the centre. If players in the Abyss Arena answer a question incorrectly or abstain, they lose a life and drop a level. After the 3rd incorrect answer or abstention, they drop into the Abyss and are out of the game, but may of course continue from the wings. Player from the wings will then be selected to replace them with players who have performed better on the previous 5 questions, again given a higher chance. Arena players earn an extra life up to a maximum of 3 after successfully answering 5 consecutive questions. After question 40, the players in the Abyss Arena progress to the final. So it's a game of endurance, but it's also a game of high turnover of hot seat players. And remember, if you get eliminated earlier on from the Abyss Arena, there's always a chance that you could come back in. You've got to keep answering. Scores are distributed according to the number of points you have times by 5 will be given to you in pennies. There can only be one champion of the Abyss. And there's the potential for there to be no champions. Those are the rules. It's almost an entirely self-running game up to this point until the finals. So 40 questions, all from Lupine. 5 different categories they will be displayed. There won't be a repeat of category, or rather the categories are set up every 5 questions. So there's 5 categories. Every 5 questions there will be at least 1 in each category, though the order will be different. Apart from the final for some reason, which I, again, on the to-do list to fix. Good luck to you all. Whispering to the bot, use the crossword clues. Spelling does matter. Let's play the Abyss. So the first category, jewellery box. Subtitle, the first Pirates of the Caribbean movie. 352355 or 52355. The Curse of the Black Pearl is what we're after there. That's from our first jewellery box. There's a pearl in our jewellery box. Next category. The answers. 1991 film starring Susan Sarandon and Gina Davis in the title roles. 606 or 636. The 0, I think, is an ampersand. That's a bug. I should probably fix that. The clue as to what the middle word is. It's Thelma and Louise. Apparently the ampersand not counting as a real character there. Good thing it didn't crash the game. Well done if you got that, Thelma and Louise. Alliterative names, both names required. Played on screen by Tobey Maguire. He's your friendly neighbourhood Spider-Man. And it's a perfect board. Very well played. Don't see that very often. Peter Parker is what we're after there. So for all the alliterative names, you will need both names. Car marks is next. Their DB5 and V12 Vanquish have been amongst the cars driven by James Bond. Always pleasing to see, Lupine. Aston Martin is what we're after there. Aston Martin. One more before we bring 9 players into the Abyss Arena. And the category, it's all in the name, the Lupine one. Until 2006, it was the outermost planet of our solar system. In this category, all of the answers can be formed from the letters in the Lupine one. Those are the 5 categories that you'll be seeing over the course of this game. Oh, a Podo! What happened? Just the one player to get it wrong there. Pluto is what we're on, so time to bring some players into the game. An Honour Man on a score of 5, always good karma when we see a 5-pointer getting in. Natter's into the arena with 3. AB Me's joining us with 3 as well. Quizzle joining us with 5. Odd Garrett's coming in with 4. And here's Toot with 5. Here's Innes with 5. Here's Zeus with 4. And Fluid Fernando with 5. Those ratios look about right, so it means my logic is working. If you're not in this time, keep answering. You could be in with a chance very soon. Category Car Marks, a district of the London Borough of Lambeth, served by the Victoria Line. Vauxhall is what it was. Odd Garrett losing a life in the arena. Remember, if you drop out the bottom, you will be ejected from this arena. The answers. Nickname of Old Trafford, home stadium of Manchester United, 726. And a reminder that if you drop out of the bottom of the Abyss Arena, then your consecutive answers, your raffle tickets to get back in, are reset to 0. But you do still have a chance to rejoin. Theatre of Dreams is what we're after there. An Honour Man, Natter, Innes, Zeus and Fernando losing a life. So the answers all have THE in them. Jewellery box, brand of gin sold in blue bottles, 6 and 8. Thanks, Apodo, for logging the ampersand bug. Grateful. Bombay Sapphire, what we're after there. Fernando, ABM and Natter all losing life. Natter and Fluid Fernando poised over the abyss. One more wrong answer, you will be ejected from the game. Alliterative names, both required. Driver of the Mean Machine in Wacky Races, 4 and 9. What's your spelling? Dick Dastardly is what we're after. AB Me losing a life there. Hi. I can't pause this one, unfortunately.
I'm not asking you to.
Okay.
Just come in to say hello.
Hi, you're very welcome to come and say hello. It's all in the name of the Lupine one. Canadian dish of cheese curds, fries and gravy with 7 letters. Some form it from the letters in the Lupine one. Can you get there? Can you get there? Poutin or Poutine. AB Me, I'm afraid you have dropped into the abyss and you're out the game. Thank you for playing. Keshi Head, your time has come to join the Abyss Arena. Welcome, with 9 points. On we go. The answers. A single by the Lars that reached number 13 in the UK charts when it was reissued in 1990. 5, 3 and 4. There she goes, and there they go. Fluid Fernando and Nata, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out the game, but thank you for playing. Odd Garrett, that's 5 right in a row. You've got an extra life. You're back up to the top flight. Well played. 2 players need to come and replace. Pun and Ben, welcome to the Abyss Arena. And brand new Halo, welcome to the Abyss Arena. Remember, points times 5 gives you your penny scores at the end. Joining the name, the lupine one. Pasta cheese with diagonal ends. 5 letters. Need an answer, 2. 2 and Zeus losing a life. Penne is the answer we wanted there. Nobody dropping into the abyss just yet. 3 players on the bottom rung of the ladder. Jury box. They might be won and are each worth 1,000,000 won by those who do well in Korean reality game show The Genius. 7 or 6. Garnets or Garnet singular. Both are fine. Pum and Ben, Odd Garrett and brand new Halo losing a life there. On we go. Alliterative names. He had a wardrobe malfunction during the Super Bowl 38 halftime show. Janet Jackson. Innes, I'm afraid you've dropped into the abyss and you're out the game. Thank you for playing. Replaced by DVD Smith. Despite being too slow, you are in the Abyss Arena. Welcome to the game with 10 points. Karl Marx, 38th President of the United States of America, 6'4" or 4? Gerald Ford is what we're after there. Full set of green lights in the Abyss Arena. Quisling Keshi getting 5 in a row, but already on the top flight, so that resets to 0. On we go. It's all in the name. Invented by Alexander Graham Bell in 1876. 9 or 5? And nice to see a full sea of green both in the arena and the audience. Telephone or phone was also accepted there. And on a man, you're getting off that bottom rung. Extra life has been earned. You're back up to the middle level. 5 right in a row. Well played. Beyonce and Lady Gaga. Jewelry box. Joanna Lumley and David McCallum play the title characters in this ITV sci-fi series. Again, 0 is an ampersand. 805 or 835. Really need to fix that bug. Sapphire and Steel was the answer. Zeus, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Toot has managed to earn himself an extra life. You're back up to the top flight there, Toot. Very well played. And Zeus is going to be replaced by Quizface. Welcome to the Abyss Arena. On we go. Alliterative names. The first female speaker of the House of Commons. 5 and 9. What's your spelling? Bum and Ben, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out the game, but thank you for playing. Betty Boothroyd was the answer. DVD Smith also losing a life. Brand new Halo though, 5 in a row and earning themselves an extra life. You're back up to the top flight. Huh! Innes out 1 column and back into another. Welcome back to the game. The answers, a book of synonyms, 9 letters. So yes, Innes obviously doing quite well on the previous 5 questions despite being eliminated. That's how the RNG goes sometimes. Does restart you from 0 once you drop into the abyss, but obviously doing well. Thesaurus is what we're after there. My favourite dinosaur. Approaching the halfway mark now. Karl Marx in 1930 became the world's tallest building until it was beat by the Empire State Building the following year, 8 and 8. Use the category to help you. It's the Chrysler Building. Toot and brand new Halo losing a life there. Nobody dropping into the abyss. As we approach the halfway mark. Quite a high turnover, but still 20 questions to go. Jewelry box. Rebel Rebel is a track on this 1974 studio album by David Bowie, 7 and 4. Diamond Dogs is what we're after. Odd Garrett, good attempt, but I'm afraid you dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thanks for playing. Anonyman getting another extra life, back up to the top flight now, well played. And Odd Garrett's going to be replaced by Kolo. Welcome to the Abyss Arena. just after the halfway mark. On we go. It's all in the name. A bet, or a type of boat propelled using a long pole. DVD Smith and brand new Halo, you're dropped into the abyss and you're out the game, but thank you for playing. The answer was punt, P-U-N-T. Proogs, welcome to the Abyss Arena, coming in with 15 points. And Zeus back for a second time round on 17. On we go. Alliterative names, rock band whose hits include 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and the Mighty Quinn, 7 and 4. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's your spelling? Manfred Mann, with 2 N's in man. Colo, Pruse, Quizface and Zeus all losing a life there. No one dropping into the abyss. Next. V answers, a stage actor, 8 letters. Oh, Claire, bad luck. Doubling up the wrong ends. If you've not played this before, I hope you can see what I mean by quietly nihilistic. Thespian is what we're after there. Very well played. No extra lives. A couple of people, 3 people, 1 question away, although 2 of them already on the top flight. Cut marks, landmark almost 22,000 kilometres long, erroneously thought to be visible from the moon. 5425 or 35425? It's, of course, the Great Wall of China. 2, that's 5 right in a row. That's going to be an extra life for you. Back up to the top flight. Quizface currently on the bottom rung of the column. Let's go on. It's all in the name. Elvis Presley's Mississippi birthplace for 6 letters. Yeah, Great Wall isn't going to suffice, only you've got the clues there, the crossword clues to help you, so Great Wall of China is what we're after, or the Great Wall of China. Tupelo is the answer. Quizface, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Bum and Ben, welcome into the Abyss Arena. Welcome back, I think. Second time through. Car marks again. Latin for let there be light appears on the coat of arms of the University of Liverpool. 4 and 3. Oh, you say what the car mark was. Oh, fair enough, Odie. Yes. Actually, to be fair, I think I actually asked Lupine what that was because I didn't recognise it. Fiat Lux was the answer. Pruse and Cola, you've dropped into the Abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Jogging Charm, welcome to the Abyss Arena with 14 or 13 questions to go. And Claire, welcome on into the Abyss Arena. 13 questions to go. It's a good time to get drawn into the game. Jewelry box in the Wizard of Oz. The Yellow Brick Road leads Dorothy here. 7-4 or 3-7-4? It's the Emerald City. Jogging Charm and Claire losing a life on that one. Got Zeus on the bottom rung of the ladder right here. Quite a few in the middle. Alliterative names, along with her husband Ike. She had a hit with Nutbush City Limits in 1973, 4 and 6. Tina Turner is what we were after there. A sea of green in the Abyss Arena. 2 looking for another 5 in a row, though currently at the top flight. The answers, along with Alvin and Simon, one of the Chipmunks, 8 letters. Theodore. We're the Chipmunks, we're the Chipmunks, coming back stronger than ever before. 0.11111 recurring, 5 letters, all in the name of the loop I'm on. We're the Chipmunks, Alvin, Simon, Theodore. Sorry. So, losing the mood somewhat. 9th is what we're after there. N-I-N-T-H, 9th. Jogging Chum 2, Claire and Pum and Ben losing life. But Zeus with 5 right in a row. You've earned yourself an extra life. You're back up to the middle flight. Into the final 10 questions. Who's going to get to the final? Alliterative names. The protagonist of 30 Rock, played by Tina Fey, 3 and 5. Oh, it's Liz Lemon, Jogging Chum, and Pum and Ben. You dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Quizzle earning themselves an extra life back up to the top flight. Good position there. Keshi with 4 in a row, but not getting that one. Now down to the bottom rung. How much? Welcome to the Abyss Arena. And Odd Garrett, welcome back. A second attempt for you with just 8 questions to go. Good position to be in. Jewelry Box, Kaiser Chief's sole UK #1 single, released in 2007. Right. I'm pausing the game because I'm going to give you a free one here because I think I've made an error when editing the pack. This was something different before. Yeah. Okay, so I've paused the game. The answer I've got down, and I'm going to give you a free question. Apologies to Lupine for spoiling this, and you're going to have to about 6 seconds after I unpause the game. Oh, yeah, sorry, Oni, if you've already answered, I can't do much about that. Yeah, we'll find out what happens when I unpause. The answer to this one, yeah, sorry if you've already answered, I can't do anything about it. I paused it as quickly as I could. Oh, it's not on you. I think it was, we changed some questions and I've obviously forgot to change the answer. The answer was originally, it was a jockey that we're after, and the answer is Ruby Walsh. So I'm going to give you a free one here because it's not fair to people who potentially could go out on a bum question. We changed the question, but I've obviously forgotten to change the answer for what the question was originally. So the answer to this question is Ruby Walsh. If you have that primed and ready to enter to the bot, that would be good. And I'm going to unpause the game in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continuing the game. Apologies for that if you did answer early. Keshi and Innes, I'm really sorry you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Sorry that one slipped through. But Apodo Nuevo rejoining the game. And Jogging Chum back into the game. 8 questions to go, 7 questions to go. The answer, the 8th letter of the Greek alphabet. So yeah, Ruby was the Kaiser Chiefs single. Yes, 3 pennies. Theta is what we're after, or Theta, Theta or Theta. Mainly a sea of green. 6 questions to go. Can you survive? Car marks. LBC's most listened to radio presenter, current host of weekday breakfasts on the station. 4, 7 or 6, 7 or 7. Nick Ferrari, also accepted Niccolo Ferrari or just Ferrari on its own. 5 more. Alliterative names. German tennis player won Wimbledon men's singles titles in 85, 86 and 89. Both names required, remember. Nah, not Lisa Tarbuck, Natter. Nick Ferrari. I disagree with most everything he says. Boris Becker is what we're after there. Claire, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Toot getting himself an extra life. You're back up to the top flight there, Toot. And Innes, there's karma for you, dropping out on a error in the question pad, but you've got back in. Car marks, German car manufacturer that also produces currywurst at its manufacturing plant in Wolfsburg. 10 letters. Volkswagen is what we're after. Odd Garrett and Zeus, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. AB Me, welcome into the Abyss Arena. And Shadowmane, welcome into the Abyss Arena. 3 questions remaining. The answers, brand of heat-retaining flask, 7 letters. It's a thermos. How much in Shadowmane losing a life? 2 questions to go. Quizzle, 5 right in a row. That's an extra life. You're back up to the top flight. Well played. Pretty much guaranteeing a spot in the final now. It's all in the name. Be a space trader in this classic 1984 computer game developed by David Braben and Ian Bell. 5 letters. Elite is the answer. Apodo, and how much you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Quizface, nice time to come into the game. And Joe, first time into the game here. Jewellery box in the UK, the sweets known as Starburst were formerly known as these, 4 and 6. Oh, a bit of a slip finger there. Let's on-time out Odd Garrett there. Oh, Shadow Mane at the last hurdle. I'm afraid you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. We do need a replacement player. And it's Natter. Welcome to the Abyss Arena. So, after 40 questions, it's time for the final. Going to restore all players to the top who are in the Abyss Arena. And at the end of 40 questions, the players in the Abyss Arena are True Anonyman on 37, Quizface on 27, Jogging Chum on 24, Quizzle on 38, Joe on 22, Toot on 37, Innes on 32, AB Me on 21, and Natter on 20. Nice steal, yeah. Nice steal. That's how RNG's going to play. Didn't get in once. Oh, I'm sorry. RNG's going to do its RNG thing sometimes. I know there's some players who've been through 2 or 3 times, but that's just the breaks of it, I'm afraid. It's the fairest way I can do it without making it always the leading player who's not already there, because then it's the same players getting recycled. Generally speaking, based on the spread of scores there, I do like the variance of the game. Having that little bit of RNG, it does make it a little bit more exciting, I think. And because we have only got Abyss survivors, you do you get points, or do you just get a name? No, you don't get points, you just get the number of survivors. So, Toot has survived twice, Saps has survived twice, Lewis and Mark have both survived once. Our 9 players all poised here. Toot, the only one in the final to have survived the Abyss before, so we could very well have a new champion, or no champions at all. If you are playing in the audience and you're not in the Abyss Arena at the moment, you can no longer survive the Abyss, as in you can no longer get your name on the leaderboard, but there's no gold, silver and bronze for this, but you do get 5 times your points, so do keep answering for those potential pennies. All your lives have been restored. Let's explain the rules of the final. 9 finalists have had their lives refreshed. Further extra lives will not be awarded in the final. Up to 10 questions will be displayed. Whisper your answers as ever to Persephone's Twitch bots. The same categories, but they're just a little bit harder. If arena players drop into the Abyss, they are permanently out of the game and will not be replaced. Winner is the last player standing, and if after 10 questions no winner has emerged, the winner will be the player with the most lives left. In the event of a tie, the player with the highest score is the winner. Okay, so it's lives left, position in the chute is the first tiebreaker, then score. There is a potential to have 2 winners, but ideally we'd only have 1 and not none. We don't want to have no survivors, but we'll have to wait and see. Keep answering as before in the audience game. Categories will not necessarily be 5 and 5, they may be a little more skewed than that. Let's play the final. Good luck. Here we go. Jewellery box. Irish fuel station chain that rebranded to Circle K in 2018. 5 or 5-6? I see Natter one of the first to answer here. Going wrong, it's Topaz. What did Jong Chum and Quizzle getting that one right? Everyone else in the Abyss Arena losing a life down to the middle flight. It's all in the name. Electron and muon are examples of this subatomic particle. Did say they get harder in the endgame. Lepton. Quite a few people losing life. Well done to Quizzle, Joe and Innes. Managing to stay up top there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players are poised over the abyss. Alliterative names. Author of The Giving Tree. 411. Shell Silverstone was the answer. AB Me, Natter and Quizface, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out the game. No replacements this time around though. Everyone but Quizzle on the bottom rung. Textile made from flax fibres with 5 letters. It's all in the name, the lupine one. Can you find it? Did your best, Natter. A nice steal at the end, but not enough tonight, I'm afraid. Innes and Anonyman, you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game. Thank you for playing. It's linen is what we're after. Just 4 of you left. Alliterative names. Mercedes-Benz was her final recording before her death, aged 27. 5 and 6. What's your spelling? Janice Joplin was the answer. Joe and Jogging Chum, you dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, but thank you for playing. Quizzle and Toot. Carmark, it's the highest point of Holyrood Park in Edinburgh, 7 and 4. Quizzle first in. And Toot's in. Arthur's Seat, both correct. I'm liking the symmetry that's going on here. Just over halfway through now. Quizzle with the advantage at the moment. Can Toot survive? The answer's Wonder Woman hails from this island city-state. 10 letters. What's your spelling? Themyscira is the answer, and Toot, I'm afraid you've dropped into the abyss and you're out of the game, which means our winner is Quizzle. Whew. And also the high scorer in the lobby, so a beautiful symmetry there. Quizzle, very well done. You're becoming one of only 5 players to survive the abyss, with 44 points no less. Very, very good indeed. You will go on to the Abyss Survivors leaderboard, joining Lewis and Mark with 1 survival each. Toot and Samster still have 2. As for everyone playing in the audience game, take your score, times it by 5, and those are the pennies that you will earn from this game. Thank you very much for playing. I hope you enjoyed it. I do enjoy this game, I have to say. And very special word of thanks must go to the Lupine one. Normally this is a game with multiple authors, but on this occasion Lupine is committed to writing all 5 packs himself, 50 questions. Really, really lovely question pack. Good variety of categories, and a nice spread of scores as well. No one quite acing it with a full 47 out of 47. But a good spread, and very, very many thanks to Lupine for a lovely set of question packs right there, and congratulations again to Quizzle. Really fun pack. I forget how much I like this game. I think it's because I would say that. It's because it's fairly close to Outright, and Outright is the best. Outright is just the best game. But yeah, it's Ash here. I've seen it. I see him lurking about. He's probably lurking about. But Ash, if you're about, I love Outright. This is my sort of. I think it's probably written as my homage to Outright. But really lovely pack from Lupine there. And Quizzle, congratulations. You will go to the leaderboard. Everyone else, your pennies will be added on automatically. And yeah. Good stuff. Quietly nihilistic, but we do have a winner this time around. The escape artist took no prisoners. In fact, it took all of you prisoner, but the Abyss has let one of you survive, and this time it is Quizzle. So very well played to you, Quizzle. Now, new game. It's new game time. Stuff, the aforementioned stuff, and it's something a bit different. I've been working with Now Cut That Out on this, and it's going to be a new warm-up game. And it's a bit, fundamentally, it's a bit silly. It was born out of an idea from a clip from James O'Brien on LBC that I heard. It's nothing political. It was just, he used something as an analogy when talking about the government. And I thought, I want to do that. I want to do that as a game. It was also coupled with something Toot said to me following the premiere of The Hive, in that he really likes this idea of guessing what the audience think. And we sort of brainstormed it a bit and spitballed it, and we came up with a couple of different ideas for question format, and we settled on this one. And the closest I can compare it to is probably something like Impossible, if you played that on Ash's channel. So it's not a wholly trivia game. It's not wholly gambling, hint, hint. And it's not wholly judging the hive mind. It's a bit of an amalgamation. You could argue it's less than the sum of its parts, because none of those 3 elements are fully realised, I think. It uses all 3 of them in sort of slightly disparate ways. But I think it should be a bit of fun. I have to say, I do really like the format of the questions, to the point where I would consider using this particular question format in a full game experience, but the downside of it is they're slightly more difficult to write. It is only 5 questions long, but it took me, because I've written this pack, it took me about an hour and a half to write this 5-question pack, for reasons that will become clear, I hope, quite shortly. Ramsey Jack, it's Sotley, welcome to the stream, just in time for the new game. Less than some of his parts. Fantastic name. That's not the name of the game. But there's disparate elements. It's fundamental. It's a bit silly, and it's not a game with medals or winners. You're not really playing against each other. It's a game where you can maximise your pennies in what I hope is a slightly fun way. The central concept that came from James O'Brien is phase 2 of the game. I'm going to sit back and watch the chat because it's entirely self-running. There's titles and credits and sound and everything. I do hope you enjoy it. I might do a very quick ad break first, just while I get it prepped. But I hope you enjoy new stuff, and look forward to your feedback. If you do have feedback from it, by the way, off to the Discord server, into the suggestions section. I will try and implement any changes that I choose to go with before Saturday, where we'll hopefully be playing as the actual warm-up game at the beginning of the stream. Like I say, it's not one where you're not really playing against each other. It's more like Plinko insofar as you're trying to maximise your penny score. But that's all I'm going to say. I will leave you to the game that self-runs in just a minute. And again, massive thanks to Toot for all his consultation on this game. It's been great fun working with him the last couple of weeks. I got the idea when I was in Reykjavik, incidentally, and I've sort of been working on it on and off since I got back, though I'm doing a lot of cover recently, so I haven't had quite as much time. Anyway, I'll stop rabbiting on and I'll let the game do its own explanation. Thank you again to Lupine for a lovely question, Pat, there. Congratulations to Quizzle, because you have survived the abyss. And don't touch that dial. Have some Abyss pennies. I'll do an ad break penny as well, or 10 set of 10 pennies. Don't touch that dial, because after the break, stuff is going to happen. You don't want to miss it. Stay right there. We'll be right back. Maxio, welcome to the stream. One more bonus. And I will say, at this point, if you're not in the voice chat, I'm curious as to how the voice chat in the server reacts to this. There's a few people in there at the moment, but my inclination is that this is a game that will benefit from being in voice chat, and that I think it would be great to be a fly on the wall in voice chat. That's all I'm going to say. I do concede that I may be completely and utterly wrong about that, but I just got a funny feeling, just from a test run with Toot, who knew exactly what was coming up, some of the things that there's in one particular moment, it sounded like, oh, I can imagine the voice chat just going mental. But we'll see. Have fun. And final disclaimer, first time it's being run live, there may be stuff that goes wrong. Fingers crossed it doesn't. But just in case there are, any bugs or suggestions into the suggestions section of the Discord, if you please. Good luck. Have fun. Betting is not compulsory, I will point out.
Shibop, shibop, doo 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 doo. Squeed up, sha-na-na-na, shoot doo 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 doo. Da da dwee doo da da ba da da. Da doo wa da da. Boom ba boom ba da. Shoo doo dee doo dwee doo dee doo wop. Sha-na-na-na, squeed doo da da ma pa pa doo da. Da da dwee doo da da ba da da. Shibop, doo 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 doo. Sweet up, sha-na-na-na, shoot doo dwee doo doo. Da da dwee doo da da ba da da.
I mean, it's fundamentally just a little bit silly, isn't it? On the face of it. Let me stop that and add my trivia pack to the used pile. Kegger Coach, effrontery, welcome to the stream. I'm going to put a steeple... I'll put horse. We'll just go horse. Horse bonus. It's a good idea, Lupine. I could do that. So the quiz aspect definitely borrows heavily from Impossible, but making them a little more sort of plain to write rather than having to write them in the form of a question. So things I discussed with two, it's fundamentally, it's a little bit silly. So the idea I originally had was I wanted to do something with this horse racing vibe, the idea of backing a horse. It was, remember the old Steeplechase arcade games? James O'Brien mentioned one who was doing an analogy. He said he used to think that when he was young he could bet on more than one horse and guarantee to win. And of course you can't. And that just gave me an idea, so I need to do a steeplechase-based game. And that was the title straight away, fully sorted. And then I remembered something that Toot had said to me about how he thought the best part of the hive mind was the fact that you have to guess or predict how the audience react, but only one player gets to do it. So it was sort of an attempt to combine the horsey thing with the idea of predicting the hive mind, insofar as the most popular answer will be the favourite to win. That's essentially the concept, and then the odds are calculated based on that. So, and then the question form actually came later. Originally, it was just going to be straight general knowledge, and then we changed it to list form, and then we eventually arrived at this sort of Impossible style of question. So I think arguably, it's ironic that I've started out going into this sort of horsey thing. And I think probably the strongest thing that's come out of it is probably the question form itself, which probably warrants its own game show in some format. So I need to see if I can work that into something else. The horse racing thing was a bit of fun. I wanted to do it. The reason there's no finishing post, someone who asked that, is because of the way I've done it. Because you've got a parallax background moving. What it is, the horses are actually moving very, very slowly from left to right with just the galloping animation, and it's the backgrounds that are moving quickly at different speeds to give the effect of it moving left to right. Putting in a finishing post will look very strange because the horses would get to the end, or one of the horses would finish first, but everyone else is still going full speed. The only way I could really cleanly do that is to just have them go off the screen. As soon as they're off the screen, they stop animating, they just stop dead, and it would look very, very strange. So that's the reason. Yeah, hidden scenes. I'll show you behind the scenes at some point when in hiatus when we're doing dev stream stuff. But yeah, so it's a bit of a con as to how it works. Like I say, it's fundamentally, and hello, oh hey, welcome to the stream. It's fundamentally a little bit silly, And so at 2 tonight, we discussed the idea that it's not fully trivia, and insofar as actually, even if you only manage to match one criteria, you still get rewarded for it. You can still earn points. It's not fully gambling because there's, you can completely sit out of the horse bit if you like, and it's not fully hive mind. There is an element of it in that the most popular answer will be the favourite to win, but it won't necessarily be guaranteed to win. So it's sort of an amalgamation of all of them, and maybe along the way I just sort of got blinkered by the idea, but I've done quite a bit of work with it on it with 2. I'm sort of quite happy with how it's come out. It's relatively inoffensive. I feel like it's accessible to people who want to play it just for the trivia part, and then you can ignore the horse bit, or you can treat the horse bit without even thinking about the odds. You can just back a horse if you fancy it on a particular thing. And there's scope to improve it even further. I could randomise the names of the horses, or there's other things that can be done there. But that was essentially the idea was born out of, I want to do something with a horse race, and then it sort of seemed to go hand in hand with the odds are generated based on how popular the answer is, and then the question thing came later. So there's still 3 very good separate ideas in there that would work in their own way, but they've sort of been pushed together. So as a warm-up game, there's an argument maybe there's a bit much to think about. It's a little bit overwhelming, because I appreciate there's quite a lot of visual information without anyone explaining it along the way. Which sort of makes me think, actually, it could kind of work as a warm-up game, because you can sort of take from it what you want to. If you don't want to play the horse part of the game, if you just want to play the trivia part, that's fine. If you just want to play on a horse race without really thinking about how the odds have been affected by how people have answered, you can just treat it as a horse race and hope for the best. If you want to try and work out, okay, do I think people would have known this answer? Actually, I don't think anyone's going to have gone for that. I think that the one that is sort of seeded 6th is actually going to win this one. Then that's another element of it as well. So there's a few different ideas in there, and I think you can get out of it what you want to, in a way, which I think is kind of nice. But I do look forward to reading your feedback and suggestions, and by the looks of it in the chat as well, which I've not been following on. I've just sort of been monologuing right there. So I appreciate there's some confusion about the letter distribution about it. I mean, one of the things that Toot and I we didn't butt heads so much, but we had to sort of figure out exactly how it was going to work. And the original idea was that the most popular answer was going to be the winner. But the problem with that is that you then can't have unless you calculate the odds based on how correct they are. So then if you're then gambling on what the most popular answer is, then that's a different game. That would have to be sort of turned upside down. The other thing is, do we show certain information to let people know? So what was the thing we said? If you show who said what, then you're going to know who's going to win. And what I wanted to avoid was where, if you are 100% certain of the answer, you back the horse. So if you back the answer you played, because that is then just paying out double to people who are confident. And we sort of wanted to, I certainly wanted to avoid that. So, I mean, if you get a question, you are 100% dead cert, and then you are backing the correct answer. That was it. If say the horses' names were the answer, and you're 100% certain, you can back the horse that you played, knowing that you're going to get a full payout on a win. So that is why the horses are randomised and the names are changed. So the syntax is maybe not perfect. There's maybe some more could be done about that. But and as Anonymous is saying, it's sort of semi-predictable rather than totally random. It's not totally random. It's not totally predictable, which I think is sort of, bang on the money for a horse race. The questions are kind of difficult to write. It took me about an hour and a half to write those 5 questions. But they're good, and you get a long time. You get sort of 45 seconds to think about them. Let me stop the bonus there and see how that has paid off. One too many steps, you might as well call the horses after. Well, quiz face. I think I just sort of mentioned that if you call the horses after the answer and you are 100% certain that you are correct, then all that's going to happen is that you will back the answer and you get a double payout for being really confident, which again I wanted to avoid. I slightly like the slight randomness of it. Very safe bet for a place. Yes, which is why a place bet doesn't have quite as high odds. So, and actually, if the place bets really go down, it's sort of just under half for show and then just under half again for a place, or certainly for a place and then show. So, I mean, if you bet to show on the favourite, the odds are likely to be something like, 20, 17 to 42 or something like that. So, you bet 42, for every 42 you bet you get 17 back. So it's not going to be a huge yield, which is probably kind of good because it keeps it down. But then if you're making big bets and you're accumulating and then betting on a winner or something, there is the potential. I mean, we did a couple of test runs. I think it was Car the 7th, actually. 3 in a row, bet on the winning horse to win with really short odds based on random answers, and it was like 4,000 pennies at the end of it. But so like I say, it's fundamentally, it's a little bit silly, it's a little bit of fun, but I think there are actually some cool quirks in it, like the Hive Mind odds calculator. The fact that there's a horse race, I think should be really good. I hope that general voice chat enjoy that and sort of shouting on your horses. I hope there's an element of that's there. And also I actually think that the trivia part of it, the question part of it, is actually quite a cool concept. It's actually quite fun, and I think that could have some legs in a full experience, padded out with some other things as well. So I look forward to going back through the chat and reading it, and also any suggestions you put up in the suggestion channel of the Discord. But that's Steeplechase anyway. That's been sort of my baby for the last two or so weeks. I think you're right, Ramsey. I think it's a very, very, very solid. It's difficult to write, which is why I wouldn't want to. Is one of the restrictions of doing it in a full game. If that's a full game, I mean, obviously you could build up. That could be like a final round, for example, and you'd have to think about the scoring. But it's definitely a neat format that could have some legs elsewhere. And I think it hasn't really been. I say it's got overlap with Impossible a little bit, but. It's sort of Venn diagram quiz. That's a really nice way to describe it, Luke. A Venn diagram quiz. Oh, I like that a lot. Oh, that's given me an idea for a whole maths quiz, which two to be delighted to consult on again, I'm sure. The Venn diagram quiz is a really nice idea. Anyone want to tune in for that? Was that going to be on the dev stream during a hiatus? Yeah, we'll get Insultly in as creative consultant on that. Anyway, look forward to reading your fear. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I say, it's fundamentally it's quite silly at its core. It's a little bit silly, but with hopefully quite a nice sort of bit of trivia format, and hopefully you had a bit of fun with that as well as a halftime break, as a warm up to the stream, to a fun stream. Hopefully it's a bit of fun, a bit of silliness, and well done to BC backing up like 600. How many pennies have you got there, BC? If you want to do exclamation mark pennies, BC, I'd be curious to see how many you've got. 4,342. That's a bit of a jump. Sort of picking up 600 there. So, of course, get as many pennies as you can, because, of course, the penny prize draw is on approach. It's going to be this Saturday. Jumped up 3 places. Nice. Well, we have got one more game that we're going to play this evening. It is going to be Risky Business. It's been written by Podo Nueva. It's a great pack. Really fun. There's a lot to like about it, I think, were my notes in the proofing section. So please do stick around for this if you'd like to. What I need to do, though, is go back to BRB, because I need to disable the flush cam in OBS, because this has got an internal cam. Those pennies have been added. I've given you an extra bonus as well, so that's updated on the system. Again, look forward to reading your feedback in due course, and it's time for one more bit of fun to finish the night. It's all been a bit dark and serious so far, and I think Steeplechase has sort of not lowered the tone, but hopefully it's not quite as serious, and we're going to finish off with natural progression of that, more doo-wops. It's Risky Business, is written by a Podo. Do stick around, because that is starting, well, now.
What she want, 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 what she want.
It's time for Risky Business. Lovely little pack from Podo Nuevo, and as Shapes is saying, there's a lot to like about Podo Nuevo generally. Hard agree. Type in the code if you want to play. Haku. I'm up here now. Do you want to go full screen for this one? Shall we try it? Because I've still got the old thing on there. Does that work for this game, or does that cover answers? I'm happy to do this if this is if this is going to work. Someone let me know if it doesn't. Come on then, let's be having you. 21 of you in so far. Good stuff. Well, room for more. Someone at me if it ends up covering answers and you want me to go back to that one. I'm happy with either. Yes, I moved the leaderboard to the left. Of course, I think that was probably the reason why, and the idea was that this one was supposed to be a full screen game. I wish I could play jazz piano like this. I can't remember what key this is in. Oh, it's in G. So some jazz flute. Oh, for God's sake, I've had too much to drink. Oh, 3 flutes. I've had this keyboard 6 months, I've still not found the transpose button yet. If this is E flat, I'll be all over it. A. And here's the trumpets. Ladies and gentlemen, Ash to Bash! I see, that's a slight on Ash to Bash. Ash is a far better trumpeter than that. But right, anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 18, 26 players, which is nice for an end of the night game risky business. I hope you're all ready to play. A lot to like about this pack. I'm going to say at the beginning, I'll say at the top of it, watch out for any rug pulls. Rug pulls might be a thing, particularly in round 1. You have been warned. You're ready to play? Sneaky, sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky indeed. Not the rug pull. There might be. Maybe there won't be. Maybe there won't be. Maybe it's all a red herring. Wrong game, I know. You're going to have to make that decision to try and find out. Right. I'm going to wait till it gets to a nice cadence. Or to a rug convention. Here we go. Let's play risky business. Ah, there you all are, populated over there on the left-hand side. And if you're ready to play, let's explain the rules to round number 1. Round 1 is called Favourable Odds. You'll be presented with a question, and there'll be 5 options. More than one of the options may be a correct answer. You'll need to submit 1 letter for each question within 15 seconds. Make sure you whisper it to the bot, not in public chat. Number of correct answers reduces with each question, but that's the amount of points you score increases. So the first one, there are 4 correct answers, but you only get 2 points. The next one, there's 3 correct answers, you get 3. The third one, there's 2 correct answers, you get 5 if you find it. Remember, you don't have to play. You don't have to play if you're not sure and you really don't want to risk it because, of course, as the questions go on, the odds of you finding a right answer by chance decrease. So you don't have to play. And if you get a question wrong, it reduces your score to 0. Okay, so it does wipe you out. For the first 3 questions, abstaining doesn't affect your score. To play question 4, you've got to choose to risk your points when prompted. If you don't want to play, do nothing. Your score will be banked. Once it's banked, it's safe. No one can touch it, and it is there for the rest of the game. If you do want to risk it, question 4 has 5 options and only 1 correct answer. If you pick the right one, your score's doubled. Otherwise, you lose everything. And abstention, if you choose to risk, abstention is treated as wrong. Okay, so play it safe business. Yeah, that's nice. Nice, Ramsey. So yeah, if you choose to risk, remember, an abstention is treated as wrong. You are bound to answer if you choose to risk on the 4th question. 3 sets of 4 in round 1, maximum 60 points available. Those are the rules. Make sure you're whispering to the bot. Good luck. Have fun. Here's question number 1. That's a risky red herrings expression, but there we go. Options are A, Utah, B, Arizona, C, Colorado, D, Wyoming, or E, New Mexico. Name a US state that intersects at Four Corners Monument. Here come the ticks. Just missing out on an answer from Colo. But no one finding a wrong answer there. New Mexico, Colorado, Arizona, and Utah are the 4 US states, the only 4 US states that intersect. Wyoming is not one of them, so well done. You got yourself 2 points there. Let's clear the board. Go on question number 2. 3 correct answers here, 3 points if you can find one of them. Options are talus, ulna, fibula, scapula, calcaneus. Name a bone found below the waist. Remember, you don't have to play. Ulna and scapula, the wrong answers there. The scapula is found in the sort of the shouldery area, and the ulna is just below the elbow. Fibula, talus, and calcaneus, or calcaneus, or however you pronounce it. All the correct answers. The fibula is in the leg, the talus is in the ankle, and the calcaneus is in the heel. Looking at my map of the human skeleton there. Well done if you got yourself some points. Let's clear the board. And go on to the next one. Only 2 correct answers here. 5 points if you can find one of them. And the options are 14 green, 12 yellow, 9 brown, 10 red, 13 orange. Name a striped pool ball and its corresponding colour. Do you risk it for a biscuit? Ooh, a couple straight in. Quite a lot of abstentions here, and I do not blame you. 14 green and 13 orange are the correct answers. 9 is yellow, not 12. 10 is blue, not red. And 12 is purple, not yellow, or occasionally pink to more easily distinguish it from the black on television screens. So 9 brown, 12 yellow, and 10 red. All wrong answer. If you gave me one of those, I'm afraid you've wiped out. A lot of people abstaining there. Don't blame you. But we have got 6 people with a maximum of 10 in that round. Big decision coming up as to whether you bank or risk. And of course, on this question, you only see the options. You don't see the questions. Or the question. Only 1 correct answer among the 5, and if you get it right, then you double your points. If you choose to risk and get it wrong, or you choose to risk and abstain, then you lose everything. So double points available here, but you only see the options. Do you take a risk? Options are Mycroft, Holmes, Moriarty, Hudson, Watson. Bank or risk? How many people trying this? 11 are choosing to risk, including 3 on the maximum of 10. I can't think of a question with these choices I'd actually know. Ramsey Fox playing it safe, putting those 10 points in the bank. Don't blame you. I did warn you about rug pulls. I don't think you do effrontery. Good luck. Name a gargoyle from the 90s Disney cartoon Gargoyles. Natter is straight in there, doubling up. Jack Wilfred doubling up as well. Oh, did you know, Ramsey? Oh, nightmare. Topper, David, Jogging John wiping out. Colo's doubling up. Pyro, wiping out. Pum and Ben doubling, wiping out effrontery. Toot. Abstention treated as wrong. I'm afraid the answer was Hudson. At the start of the series, most of the gargoyles are unnamed. Upon their resurrection in New York City, the unnamed gargoyles choose place names from around New York City for themselves. Brooklyn, Bronx, Lexington, Broadway, and Hudson. Holmes, Mycroft, Moriarty, and Watson all incorrect. The absolute cheek! I did say there might be rug pulls. Oh, never mind, never mind. Let's put points in the bank. Shapes with an early lead after the first 4 on 20. Colo's got 16. Jack, Kegler, Natter, Oni, and Ramsey all on 10. Let's start it all over again. 4 correct answers here. 2 points if you can find one of them. Options are South Sudan, Kenya, Somalia, Uganda, Sudan. Name a country that borders Ethiopia. Just 4 people finding the one wrong answer there. Uganda was the wrong answer. Yes, you've got South Sudan to the southwest, Sudan to the north, Somalia to the southeast, and Kenya directly to the south. Uganda is close by. It borders South Sudan, but doesn't directly border Ethiopia. It is a little bit further southwest. Unfortunately, borders Kenya, Democratic Republic of Congo, South Sudan, and Rwanda and Tanzania, but not, unfortunately, Ethiopia. Well done. If you manage to find one of the correct answers there, 2 points going your way. Let's go on, clear the board, and move on to the next one. 3 correct answers here. 3 points if you can find one. Options are C, F, D, B, A. Name a major key signature usually notated using sharps. You need to enter the top letter. Usually notated using sharps. Oh, so much boing. Oh, lots of people going for C. No, I'm afraid C has no sharps or flats. It is not usually notated using sharps because it doesn't have any. D has got 2 sharps. F sharp and C sharp. A has got 3. F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. And B has got 5. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, and A sharp. Yes, F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, D sharp, A sharp. F is notated with 1 flat. It's B flat there. 4th note of the scale is a B flat. And C, as I mentioned, has got no sharps or flats. A lot of wipeouts happening there. Colo and Jack just abstaining on that question. A hashtag, yes. Over here with my 7 sharps, F sharp major. 6 sharps, I think you mean, DVD Smith. Oh, that was with 7 sharps. Yeah, DVD Smith, F sharp major has 6 sharps, minus 10 points. If you want 7 sharps, it's C sharp major. The finale of the Vienne Messe Solennelle ends in, it starts in C sharp minor. So starts in C sharp minor, ends in C sharp major. I had to play it once before. It's an absolute nightmare to read C sharp major. 7 sharp is your way. Very good. Yeah, 7 sharps and C sharp major. I once played a piece in 7 flats as well. The 3rd movement of the Beethoven Opus 26. E. Yeah, that's in 7 flats. It's the 3rd movement of. I did that for my master's dissertation. The recital went very well, thank you, Cruz. Actually, I came away feeling very happy with how everything went, and a good response from the audience, which is always great. Anyway, that's enough of the music theory lecture. Let's clear the board. 1 more question. 2 correct answers in this round. 5 points if you can find one. Remember, you do need some points if you want to risk on question number 4. Options are Jello, Kit Kat, SpaghettiOs, Cheetos, Kool-Aid. 2 correct answers here. Name a brand name with a hyphen. Removed here. Don't blame a lot of people sitting this one out. Yeah, Jello and Kool-Aid, both hyphenated. SpaghettiOs, Kit Kat, and Cheetos are not. Kit Kat is actually 2 separate words, and SpaghettiOs, which I'm assuming is... no, SpaghettiOs is actually spelt like it is there, no space. That's the only one I don't have to stop. Kool-Aid, yes, is indeed hyphenated. Well done if you got that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players with a max of 10. Natta, Innes, DVD, Smith, Effrontery, and Toots. Very well played. A bit of a random selection. We've got 8, 7s, 5s, and unfortunately quite a few players on 0s, which means you won't be able to risk on this question. But if you do want to risk, remember you only see the options, not the question. If you choose to risk, you are bound to answer, and abstention will be treated as wrong. There might be rug pulls, bear that in mind. Good luck. The risk question, only 1 correct answer, double points if you're right, wipe out if you're wrong. Options are monkey, ox, goat, rabbit, rooster. Bank or risk? Any more? Oh, there's one more. And And we've got a total of 9 players risking. Maybe some players learning their lesson from the last one. We've still got 9 giving it a go, including DVD Smith with the maximum of 10. Everyone else who's risking has got 5. All other points have gone into the bank. Good luck. Only one correct answer, and the question is: name an animal that appears in Georges Seurat's A Sunday Afternoon on the Island of La Grande Jatte. Wow. Just the 2. David and Rick doubling up there to 20 and 10 respectively. The answer is monkey. Apodo's notes, this feels easy. I'm hoping the apparent category of Chinese zodiac animals is enough of a swerve. It is a bit of a swerve, but if you've got no info on the question and you've risked on that, that might be a bit of pain for you right there, and certainly is for Lupine, Pyrrhopygmy, Ben, David, Ramsey, Odie, and Kegler Coach. Unfortunately, you wipe out on that one. 15.4% going for goat, 7.7 going for a rooster, 3.8 going for rabbit, 7.7 going for the correct answer. Monkey, let's put the points in the bank. And Cola now with the lead of 23. David and Natter and Shapes all tied up for second with 20. Jackson third with 17. One more set of 4. 4 correct answers here. 2 points if you can find one of them, and the options are: Major League Baseball, National Lacrosse League, National Basketball Association, National Football League, National Hockey League. Name a sports league that features one or more teams from Canadian cities. Oh, Garrett and Pyrrhopygmy finding the one wrong answer up there. Bad luck. Yes, National Football League only has American teams. The MLB is Toronto Blue Jays, NBA Toronto Raptors, and a handful of NHL and NLL, National Lacrosse League teams, are Canadian. The NFL is an all-American league, he said while slightly vomiting. Notes from a photo over there. Well done if you got 2 points. Let's clear the board and go on to question number 2. 3 correct answers up here, 3 points if you can find one, and the options are: Frida, Olaf, Shermie, Andy, Belle. Name one of Snoopy's siblings from the Peanuts comic strip. And you don't have to play. Quite a few people are sending this question out. A few wipeouts there. Frida and Shermie, the wrong answers. Belle, Olaf, and Andy all correct. Olaf, the most popular in fact, Shermie, the most popular there, but a wrong answer. The most popular correct answer was Olaf. The other 2 are humans. 2 other siblings from the comics are Spike and Marbles, and Molly and Rover only appear in a TV special but are referenced in the strip. Well done if you got that. Quite a few players here on the maximum of 5. Pyro's got 3, a handful on 2, and a few wiping out. One more question to earn some points before the risk question. Only 2 correct answers here, but 5 points if you can find one, and the options are: goldfish, cat, parrot, rabbit, dog. Name an animal that has lived to over 40 years old according to Guinness World Records. I went down a bit of a rabbit hole when I was proofing this one. I had to go to a couple of different links to verify, but it is indeed the case. The oldest dog is only got to about 38, 39. The oldest cat only got to about 38, 39. The oldest dog was about 23, and the oldest rabbit was quite a lot younger than that. Goldfish, would you believe, is one of the correct answers. The most popular answer there, of course, parrot. Let's bring that up. The oldest parrot lived to be 83 years, 58 days. And the oldest goldfish, Tish the goldfish lived to be, get this, 43 years old. That's bonkers. 43 for a goldfish. I don't know if that was just a very, very good parental scam for a child who just couldn't let go, but apparently the oldest goldfish was called Tish and lived to be 43. All the others maximum of 30 something. It really is pretty astonishing. Well done if you got that. We've got 4 players on the maximum here: Innes, Ramsey, DMC, and Pum and Ben. A handful of players wiping out, unfortunately, will not be able to play this risk question. And remember, if you do choose to risk, you are bound to answer abstention, will be treated as wrong. If you don't want to risk, don't answer anything to the bot. Your points will be put in the bank. And you don't see the question, of course. And remember, rug pulls might be a thing. Options are Doyle Brunson, Luke Skywalker, Dolly Parton, Jesse James, Justin Timberlake. Bank or risk? And there's only one correct answer here. And to Daru, hello, welcome to the stream. We've got a couple of pings coming up here. As I say, this is a strange set. Have never been in my kitchen. Unsurprisingly, only a smattering of players choosing to risk, just 6, and all of them only risking 5 on this one. All of the points gone into the bank. Suggestions from chat. Where do you think this question's going? There's an idea for a game there somewhere. Where do you think this question is going? Ramsey's got a guess as to the type of question, which I'd be garbo at. If Runtree guessing poker, only Hollywood Walk of Fame. Ramsey some song lyric, Hollywood Walk of Fame. Who has their own theme park? Charitable donations. All very good guesses. I wonder if any of you have got it. Good luck. Here's the question. Name a poker hand nickname that refers to a pocket pair. Well done, Effrontery. Not risking on this question, though. DVD Smith has got there. Proogs has not. Oh, neither's Kegler 2 or Joggy John. Rick? Oh, just DVD Smith managing to double it there from 5 to 10. Yeah, Doyle Brunson, Dolly Parton, Justin Timberlake, Jesse James all wrong. The answer was Luke Skywalker. Use the 4s, apparently. Use the 4s. I call pocket 4s boats, personally, a pair of boats. But use the 4s. Pocket 4s, Luke Skywalker. JT, so Justin Timberlake is Jack 10, JT. Dolly is 9 to 5, as you might expect. Dolly Parton, 9 to 5. And James was killed by a Colt 45, so 4-5 for Jesse James. Doyle Brunson was a poker player who back in the 60s won 2 consecutive tournaments with a 10-2 in his final hand. So if you have a Doyle Brunson, you have pocket 10-2s. I love a good poker question. Boat is a full house. Yeah, a full boat is a full house. But if you've got pocket boats, because the 4s look like boats, it's like ducks is pocket 2. So there's lots of different colloquialisms. But Luke Skywalker is a apparently common name for a pair of 4s. 10-2 should be a driving instrument. I always thought 10-4. I always called the Max Payne hand. Because it's 10-4 is what you say when you're on the receiving end. 10-4 as in received and mobile. It's in not Dolly Parton, yeah, Dolly Parton 9 to 5. Anyway, DVD Smith, well done, banking 10 points there. Let's put the points in the bank and check out the scores at the end of round 1. Well, my goodness, my gracious, my goodness, my gracious. My goodness. Let's check out these scores at the end of the first round. David and Kola with a joint lead of 30 points. Shapes in second with 27. Innes has got 25. Natter and Ramsey both on 20. Jack's got 17. Bitter Otter, DMC and Oni on 15. AB, me and G. Eisens on 12. BC, Effrontery, Kegler, Toot, Pum and Ben and Rick all on 10. Pyro Pygmy's got 8. David's got 7. Jogging Chum and Proogs and Lupine all on 5. Old Garrett Quizface and Top 8 yet to score, but we've still got plenty of rounds to go. Let's go right on to round number 2. Oh, I was trying to time that with the order. That could work really well. I'll try it again in a minute. Round 2 is the board game. You'll be presented with a question, 9 options. Anything from 4 to 7 of the options may be a correct answer. Submit as many options as you like within 60 seconds. Don't worry too much about syntax here. You can choose to separate your answer with letters, your answer letters with comma spaces, full stops, or not at all if you prefer, and you can do them one at a time or all as one string. The computer doesn't particularly care. For each correct answer submitted, you'll get 5 points, but if you give me any of the wrong answers, you score 0 for the board. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you exactly how many are right because where's the fun in that? Your scores will be banked after each board, and there's a total of 3 boards in round 2 with a maximum score of 60 to 105 points depending on exactly how many correct answers Apodo has chosen to put in. So, without any further ado, you've got about a minute for each one to have a think about it, and you do bank your scores after every board. So it's not quite as brutal as Ash's Wipeout, where you've got to do 3 in a row. Good luck, have fun. Round 2 is the board game. Question number 1, options are Groot with T, Gij bent Groot, du bist Groot, you soy Groot, Anata va Groototesu, je suis Groot, voshi gelute, eu su Groot, jestes Grootum. Identify the lines performed by Vin Diesel for international releases of Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1. Make Ben say things as well. I hope the diacritics have come through the Twitch chat. Looks like they have. The game has suffered a little bit. So the number of answers received is shown in the risk column here. Anything from 4 to 7 is going to be correct. After all those diacritics, I need to vote. Wow, only a smattering of players getting answers here. Innes getting and David getting 3. Other David, DMC, Kegler and Toot getting 2. Jack and Lupine just picking up the safe one. Everyone else, I'm afraid, amongst your submitted answers, you found at least one wrong one. There were only 4 correct answers up there. Je suis Groot, Esu Groot, Voshi gelute, and Yo soy Groot. Most popular answers there being D and F. Of the wrong answers, 26.9% going for Groot, Veit and Du bist Groot, respectively. Let's go through these answers that we've got. So, for the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie, Vin Diesel did the voiceover work for only 6 languages: English, Spanish, French, Mandarin, Russian and Portuguese. In the next movie, Volume 2, he performed a dozen more languages. Also, the wrong answers of German, Welsh, Polish, Japanese and Dutch are all "You are Groot." Groot's only other line is "We are Groot." I am Groot and we are Groot in the first one. Let me know. Oh no, that's just a note for me. No, the fun pronunciation there, Apollo. Yeah, Gij bent Groot is one of the mistranslations of "You are Groot." Unfortunately, not a right answer. Oh, that was a bit of hard work there for a Marvel question. It must be a Marvel question that I'm uncomfortable reading. But there we are. Let's put the points in the bank. Oh, let's focus on the right window and then put the points in the bank. There we go. David and Innes now tied at the top with 40. Colo slips to second with 30. Shapes in third with 27. Next board options are Green Ducks, Team Primary, Balls of Chaos, Team Momo, Rojo Rollers, Cobalts, Hazers, Oceanics, Crazy Cat's Eyes. Identify the teams that participated in Gel's Marble Runs Marble League 2016. Effrontery. All eyes on effrontery here. Little bit niche here. Little bit niche. Okay, a few people still yet to submit. We've got Shapes and Jack Bitterotter going for 1. There's a couple of 5s creeping in here. Johnny Chum's gone for a 5. Effrontery for a 5. Here come the ticks. Some niche rumples coming, says on Garrett. Let's find out. Not much more green than last time. Just 8 players banking out points there. Hazers, Crazy Cat's Eyes and Green Ducks, all the wrong answers. Effrontery, you were so confident. You could have had such joy. Team Primary, Balls of Chaos, Team Momo, Rojo Rollers, Cobalts and Oceanics, the right answers. Crazy Cat's Eyes and the Hazers joined in 2018. The Green Ducks joined in 2019, unfortunately. And we were looking for 2016. Oh, 3 out of 4. You could have had such joy.
Pain.
Never mind. Let's clear the board, put the points in the bank. It is now taking a clear lead with 50. David's got 40. DMC jumps up to third with 35. One more board coming. Let's see how you fare with this one. Options are Tony Blair, George W. Bush, Charlie Chaplin, Alan Turing, Meryl Streep, John Major, Babe Ruth, Alec Baldwin, Stephen Fry. Identify the people who were alive on January the 1st, 1950. Love this question. This is a great question for so many reasons. Early.
What a pain.
Oh, that was rubbish. Okay. That was nearly right. Right, the last few seconds to get some answers in. Who was alive on January the 1st, 1950? Jack thinks I'm immediately wrong. I'm going to stare at Jack's prefab and see what happens. Jack's bid 3. Hey, you've got green, Jack. It's the right colour to go. There we go. There's a little bit more green going on there. 11 players banking out. Rick picking up 4 out of 5. Very well played. In his DMC shapes, Jack and Jogging Chum picking up 3. Kegler, Colo and David and Lupine picking up 2. And Toot going for a safe 1. Everyone else, I'm afraid you had at least 1 wrong answer there. Babe Ruth, Alec Baldwin, Stephen Fry and Tony Blair. The wrong answers. George W. Bush, born 1946. John Major, 1943. Meryl Streep, 1949. And Charlie Chaplin died in 1977. Alan Turing died in 1954. So those are your correct answers. Your wrong answers. Tony Blair, born 1953. Bloody hell, is he really 70? Or nearly 70, 69. Nice. Alec Baldwin was born in 1958. Babe Ruth died in 1948. And Stephen Fry was born in 1957. So those are your answers. Younger than Joe Biden, Bush was one of the 3 prime ministers born in the late 40s. And I think Alan Turing died. Yes, 1954 for Turing. Bush born in 46? 46. Bush was born. I only know that because actually I think I wrote that. I had to look him up for one of the Steeplechase questions earlier on. Yeah, Bush was a president. Same thing, American, same thing. Anyway, very well played. If you've managed to bank out some points there, times your risk by 5, and those are the points that are going into the bank. Let's put them there now. Check out the scores at the end of round 2. Well, there's all to play for as we go into the final round, but at the moment, Innes has got the lead, quite a substantial lead at 65. DMC jumps up to second with 50. Shapes moves back into third with 47. We've then got David, Kegler and Colo all with 40. Jack's got 37, Toot 35, David 32, Rick 30, Pyro Pygmy 28, AB Me 27, Bitterrotter 25, Johnny Chum, Natter, Ramsey, Lupine all on 20, Oni on 15, G. Eisens on 12, BC, Effrontery, Pum and Ben on 10, Proves on 5, Old Garrett, Quizface and Topper yet to score, but all of that could change because there is one more round and there's a big old bonus if you can do particularly well on this round. Let's go to round number 3. Round 3 is this or that. You'll be presented with a question and only 2 options. One is correct, one is incorrect. A or B within 7 seconds. Answering a question correctly will give you increasingly more points. So the first correct answer gives you 1, the second gives you 2, and so on. If you give me a question wrong at any time, it reduces your score to 0 and it does reset your correct answer streak. So your score, your accumulated score will build up in the risk column. If you don't know an answer and you don't want to risk your points that you've built up, you can abstain and it will bank the points that you've earned, but it will reset your correct answer streak. You start again from 1. With 15 questions in the round 3, a perfect game will give you 120 points. So it is still way, way wide open. It's going to depend what the players at the top do, but even players who are yet to score, there is still a good chance of you coming out on top if you can do particularly well here. But 7 seconds. Keep your eye on the chat. A or B to Persephone's Twitch bot. 7 seconds goes by very, very quickly. Good luck to you all. Round number 3. This or that is what it's called. Question 1. This or that. A or B. Options are an odd number, an even number. In total, how many correct options were there in the previous round? To be fair, it's good that it goes first, and it's exactly what Pony said. 4 plus 6 plus 5. 4 in the first one, 6 in the second, 5 in the third is 15. And Opponent said, you know what, we're putting the meta question up first this time. Put it up front, the meta question that is sort of tacitly expected in risky business these days. It was an odd number, 15 was the answer. Let's put any point. No points going into the bank, but some risk has been built there. Question number 2, this or that. A or B options are red green, blue orange. Which is a Canadian sketch comedy character played by Steve Smith. 50% go for red green, 34.6% going for blue orange, the rest abstaining. Yes, red green from the Red Green Show was the answer. Quite a few people already up to 3 points, the maximum risk. Colo and Rick putting 1 point into the bank. Let's put it there now. And we'll go on to question number 3. This or that. A or B options are Springfield, Chicago, What is the state capital of Illinois? Definitely not Chicago. Yep, Springfield, 80% of you getting that one right. We've got 7 players on a maximum risk streak of 6, a few on 3, a couple on 1. Nobody putting any points in the bank there. Let's put the points that aren't going into the bank and go on to question number 4. This or that, A or B, options are the Joker, the Riddler, who is the primary antagonist in the 2022 film The Batman. It's the Riddler, played by Paul Dano. The Joker does make a fleeting appearance in a deleted scene, but is not the primary antagonist. It is the Riddler. Innes, Jack, Ramsey, BC in a front three on a perfect risk score of 10 at the moment. AB, me and Oni putting 6 into the bank. David, Rick and Bitterotter putting 1 into the bank. Let's put them there now. As we go on to question number 5, this or that, A or B, options are Reuben, Cuban. Which sandwich usually contains mustard? Oh, DMC wiping out a bit of a risk there. Innes putting 10 in the bank, as is Jack, and if Frontry don't blame you. Still got Ramsey and BC on a perfect risk score of 15. The answer is Cuban. More players going wrong than right there. A Reuben usually has Russian or Thousand Island dressing, not mustard. Let's put the points in the bank. Innes banking 10 points there, still got the lead. Eyes on Kegler Coach here, possibly, and possibly DVD Smith. They've got a bit of risk accumulating and they've got 40 points. A bit further down, Ramsey, Fox and BC are going to start accumulating risk at a bit of a rate, but they've got less in the bank. So they've still got a bit of a way to go, but let's see what happens as we go on to question number 6. This or that, A or B, options are understimulation, overstimulation. Which word cannot be played in a standard game of Scrabble? It's understimulation. A standard Scrabble board is 15 by 15 squares, and with 16 letters, understimulation can't fit on the board. And Apodo saying, I did also confirm that over hyphen, as in continued, is an acceptable word according to the Scrabble Player's Dictionary, and under stimulation is not. So Apodo doing his homework on this one. Under stimulation, the right answer. BC with the maximum risk lead of 21. Ramsey putting 15 in the bank. Kegler and Pum and Ben putting 10 each in. Very well played. And of course, points equal pennies in this game. Let's put the points in the bank. And is still with a lead of 75. Not many competitors for him at the moment, but of course, eyes on BC, because that 21 could jump up very quickly if the game keeps going his way. Let's move on to question number 7. This or that, A or B, options are foot, hand. What unit of measurement is larger? Not much happening in the way of banking. Rick, Bitterotter, G. Eisen's just putting a single point in. The answer is a foot. A hand is 4 inches, a foot is 12. BC with 28 points of risk accumulated. David's got 15, so another one to watch, because that's going to start going up and up, 21, 28 on the next 2, which could put him into spitting distance of Innes, who is currently with 3 of risk and 75 bank. Let's put the points in the bank. As we go on to question number 8, this or that, A or B, options are the restroom, the restaurant. What is At the End of the Universe in the title of a book by Douglas Adams? It is, of course, the restaurant. Nice 0.2% getting that. Yes, the restaurant at the end of the universe. The 3rd book, I think, in the Hitchhiker's trilogy, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Or is it the 2nd? Someone who knows Douglas Adams better than me is going to tell me. I think it might be the 2nd, actually. Life, the Universe and Everything is one of them, and So Long and Thanks for All the Fish, I think, might be the 4th. 2nd, thank you, Nata. Mostly Harmless is the 3rd, there we go. I've only read the 1st one and a very, very long time ago. David putting 6 points into the bank, and it looks like, oh, has there been a wipeout? Who had lots of risk? BC. BC, where have you gone? BC, no! Wiping out. Oh, dear me. There goes that threat to Innes. But David is now the one to watch with 21 points of risk. Innes has got 6 and 75 behind. David putting 6 in the bank. Let's put them there now. Innes still with the lead, but David's the one to watch. Could be encroaching upon Innes, depending how the next few questions go. Let's go on to question number 9. This or that, A or B, options are. All in all the way. Fair enough, PC. A in the crossword puzzle. B in the obituaries. Where in a newspaper might you find unches? And David continuing his streak now up to 28 points. A theoretical score of 68. Innes on a theoretical score of 81. It looks like we might have our two who are the ones to watch. Innes, AB Me, Colo, Lupine, Pum and Ben, Bitter Otter, Odd Garrett and Quizface all banking out. Odd Garrett and Quizface getting their first points of the game. Hooray! Pennies definitely coming your way. The answer's in the crossword puzzle. More common in UK crosswords than US. They're unchecked letters in a crossword, letters that are part of a crossword or a downword, but not both, so you can't use a crossing clue to check them. Let's put those points in the bank. As we go on, we're coming into the final twilight of the stream. Question number 10. This or that, A or B. Options are triangle, parallelogram. Base times height is the formula for the area of which shape? It's a parallelogram. Base times height is basically a wonky rectangle, or possibly a wonky square. Anticipating a few RTFQs here, half base times height is the formula for a triangle's area. Half base times height, because of course it would be half of a quadrilateral. Kegler Coach putting a single point into the bank there. DVD Smith continuing his streak up to a theoretical score of 76. Still losing behind Innes's banked score, which is now 81, and a theoretical score of 82. But one more correct answer from David could give him a theoretical lead if he chooses to bank. Let's put the points into the bank as we go on to the next one. Question number 11. This or that, A or B. Options are peanuts, corn. George Washington Carver was known for publishing over 100 uses for what product? Oh, David!
Pain, 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 pain.
You get 5 pains for that. You had to go for it, you did indeed, but unfortunately you've gone the wrong way. It's peanuts. Peanuts, How to Grow the Peanut and 105 Ways of Preparing It for Human Consumption was first published in 1916. It's a longer question, but the trivia Pavlov is in the first 3 words. That's what Podo is saying. Lovely question. I like that a lot. And not just because of the effect it's had on the game. Innes is breathing a deep sigh of relief at this point, but people to watch are now cut that out. 21 points of risk. We've still got 4 questions to go. 35 in the bank. Is that enough? We'll have to find out. Jack, Shapes and Prugs, Colo and Rick putting points in the bank. Let's put them there now. As we go to question number 12. This or that, A or B. Options are New Zealand, Australia. Jacinda Ardern is the current Prime Minister of which country? Not a cat. Welcome to the stream. She is the Prime Minister of New Zealand. Yes. Got quite a lot of fame around the pandemic time. There was about 4 cases in New Zealand and they locked down the whole country, and so New Zealand is one of the ones that seems to have escaped relatively unscathed from the pandemic, certainly from based on what I've read in the media. Toot banking 21 points there. It's going to take him up to 56. DMC now with the receipt. So DMC is going to be one to watch possibly. Innes with a theoretical score of 87, but we've still got 3 questions left. DMC could go up to 28, 36, 42. There's enough for DMC to take the lead with these last 3. 21 points of risk, 50 in the bank. Could still be an open game with 3 questions left. 2, Pyro Pygmy, Bitterot and Kegler Coach putting points in the bank. And G. Eisens as well. Let's put them there now. And is still with that lead, but DMC, all eyes on you to try and take away the gold from Innes. Jack and Shapes currently bustling it out for the silver medal, both with 62 in the bank with 1 point of risk. Toot a little way behind, 56 in the bank, no points of risk. So, still much to play for as we go on to question number 13. This or that, A or B. Options are a 2009 film, a 2005 film. What's up? DMC's got there, continuing the streak. 28 points of risk. AB Me putting 6 in the bank. David putting 1 in the bank. It's a 2009 film. Up, the Pixar film. Released in 2009. The 2005 Pixar film was... Nemo was 2003. Monsters, Inc. 2001. Ratatouille? 2000. Maybe Incredibles. Incredibles might have been 2005. I think Ratatouille was 2006 or 7. Incredibles. Thank you, Asotli. I thought it was Incredibles. I thought it was, so it was. Let's put the points in the bank. 2 questions left. Is DMC going to go all the way? What could they get to next? 21 to 28 is +7, so we're going to go +8, 36, +9, 45, potentially 95. Innis potentially 91, but Innis could still go up to 1521. Innis could go up to 102. DMC could go up to 95. Lots to play for between these two players, and Jack and Shape still absolutely neck and neck at this point. Let's go on to question number 14. This or that, A or B? Options are orthodontist, periodontist. Who would be more likely to give you braces? It's an orthodontist, of course it is. An orthodontist is concerned with the position and alignment of teeth. A periodontist concerned with the gums and bones that support the teeth. DMC is now going to rely on getting this last question right and Innis getting it wrong. Of course, Innis can bank at this point for 96. If DMC gets it right, I think DMC will end up with 95. So could trail Innis by a point. So all Innis needs to do is bank to guarantee a win. But will hubris get the better of him? You got 2 kids with them, Kegler. Oh, God. I managed to avoid them. I didn't have particularly good teeth, but they didn't want to put braces on. Dylan hasn't got that far yet, but he may need them at some point. Lupine putting 10 in the bank. Let's put the points in the bank as we go to one more question. Is Innis going to play safety and bank no matter what? Or is Innis going to go for hubris and hope that DMC gets it wrong? The only threat at this point to Innis is DMC, and it will be on him, on Innis, if he gets it wrong. Jack has taken the theoretical lead of silver from Shapes, both on 62, but Jack has got 6 points of risk. Good luck. Question number 15. This or that, A or B? Hubris, hubris, hubris. Options are yes, no. Will a 10-pound bowling ball float on water? Innis has banked, DMC has gone for it, and it is going to come down to a single point. It is not playing hubris on this one. The answer is yes. Bowling balls under 12 pounds will float and sink if over 12 pounds. However, some sources do mention getting a 14-pounder to float on Dead Sea water. What a finish. It's a photo finish, and it is going to come down to a point, but Innis not going for hubris here. Innis is going to play it safe, going to bank up to that theoretical score of 96. DMC just trailing by a point. Effrontery also putting 10 in there. Jack putting in 6. Ramsey and Bitterot putting in 3. Kegler and David putting in 1. That is the final question of the night. Let's put the points in the bank and check out the final scores. Oh, look how close. How close, DMC. What a great game you have played there. Absolutely terrific. But unfortunately, it's not enough to knock Innis off his top spot. Innis, huge congratulations to you. You take the gold medal for Risky Business, which should now all be automated. Let's just check out the Risky Business medal table. Innis, that is your 5th gold medal. Very well played. Jack Wilfred picking up a bronze here. I'm going to go to individual players to take a look at this. Jack Wilfred. Where are you? Under J, presumably. Jack, that is your first medal in Risky Business, depriving Shapes of a bronze medal at the 11th hour, but it's your first medal in Risky Business. Very, very well played there, Jack, taking the bronze medal with 68. First medal for Risky Business. Lovely, lovely stuff. And DMC, huge congrats to you on taking that silver. Just a point shy of Innis, and that is only your 2nd medal on game night. You've got a Spotlight silver. You've now got a Risky Business silver to go with it, so massive congratulations there. Oh, just a point, 1 point in it, but Innis just playing it safe, and Innis adding another medal to his cabinet. That is going to be your 5th Risky Business gold medal and your 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th medal overall. So 8th Risky Business medal overall. So very, very well played there. And thank you, a huge thanks as well must go to Apodo Nuevo. We cannot escape the moment without giving our thanks to Apodo Nuevo. What a beautiful question pack. A lot to like I say, a lot to like about that. A couple of little niche things in there, but all in the spirit of the game and really good fun to round the night off. So thank you very, very much to Apodo Nuevo. Of course, everybody else, points equal pennies in this game, so whatever your score is, that will be added to your penny total. And I'm going to give you one more. I'll give you a risky... Do I set the number? Yeah, why not? Risky 69. There you go. 10 more pennies if you want to enter Risky 69 into the chat onto the bot. Grab yourself 10 more pennies. And that is going to be it from this bumper edition of Game Night. It's the penultimate episode of the season. Season 6 rapidly drawing to a close. No stream on Thursday. The arena heats are concluded. We've just got the grand final, which is going to happen in the season finale on Saturday, which is also going to contain Steeplechase. Maybe if we can write some questions between Toot and myself, going to write some questions for Steeplechase. The fallback is my mind's gone blank because I normally write that in about 5 minutes. Data Leak by Oni. It's going to be our first game. We have then got the grand final of the arena between Derek, Samster, Innis and BC, our 4 finalists of the arena. We have then got the staff game of Google That, which is going to be the proofers, admin team, moderators, prevalent question writers from the last season. I think I've got about 8 names fast-tracked into it. There will be 4 open slots to the community in the hot seat game. That's a staff game of Google That. The penny prize draw, so all of the pennies you've been earning this season will be entered into a prize draw. Think of them as lottery tickets, and then there's a chance to win some nice little bonus prizes, some Spreadshirt vouchers, there'll be some Discord Nitros, there'll be some Twitch subs, there'll be some Amazon vouchers and so on. You do need to be here for the draw. If your name gets drawn and you're not present, then you will have whatever is left at the end, so do make sure you're around for that. That'll be after the arena final, probably after the Google That thing, and then probably one more game to finish the season off. I haven't decided yet. It's going to be either the Hive or Money Box, because they're new games. Well, Money Box was a new game last season, but I'd done the schedule before I'd actually finished it, so it didn't get scheduled, so it's only been sort of sporadically put on. It is going to make a big comeback in Season 7 Money Box because it's a really fun game to play, and I love getting people into the voice chat and chatting through them. So it's either going to be Money Box or the Hive, depending what I get around to writing in the next couple of days. So one of those will be the finale game, and that is then going to be it for season 7, for season 6. So and then face off, face off in season 7 to look forward to. I'm going to stop that bonus there, the Risky 69 bonus. Let's stop it right there. Pennies from this game won't have been added yet because I haven't rolled the credits, but that's all to look forward to on Saturday in my season finale. In the interim, you've got Bash tomorrow. Bash is doing... it's the first of the breakaway tournaments. Let's give Ash a little shout out there. Do go give him a follow. Breakaway tournament kicks off tomorrow evening at 8 PM over on his channel. No stream from Bash on Friday because he's got a gig. So Friday's sort of open airways. Lots of stuff doubtless going on over in Ash's server, so do go give him a follow if you want more information on that. I'm going to be back on Saturday, so there's a bit of a void between now and the season. I just got Ash tomorrow, and then Thursday and Friday, nothing streaming as far as we know amongst the quizzing community. I'm going to be back with my season finale on Saturday. I do hope you will come and join me for that. It's been a great season, and I have to say, after a very, very long 4 or 5 days where I've barely paused for breath in the last sort of 72 hours, I've had so much fun tonight. There's been some great question packs. It's been really fun to wear Steeplechase for the first time, and it's just been the most fun. So thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in and staying with me till the end. Is there anybody to raid? Not really. So we'll leave a raid off for tonight. But that is what's going on the rest of the week. If you want to apply for the face-off tournament, last chance that I'm going to say it before Saturday, which will be the last chance, because the deadline for applying is going to be Monday next week. There's the details you need, the tournament rulebook and the application form. If you want to apply for that, you'll need a microphone, you need to be in the Discord. That is going to be kicking Season 7 off, which is Saturday the 23rd, I think, of April. So do be around for that. During my hiatus in between the end of Season 6 and the start of Season 7, there's going to be various streams that I'm going to be doing. One of which I can't say anything about yet because I don't know if it's going to happen, but there might be something quite cool happening. In addition to that, the charity reward stream, Make a Game in 12 Hours, that's going to be streaming over probably 2 or 3 different sections, various points, probably sometime during my regular slots. There is a thread going on in the Discord at the moment if you want to chip some ideas in for that. Absolutely no idea what I'm going to make yet, but I'm going to do everything live on stream for you, and it may end up being a publicly available build that you can use in server games moving forward. So do stay tuned for that during the hiatus in between Season 6 and 7. I'm just going to check that message from Apodo Nuevo just in case. It's just a message from Pony Road, just in case I need to add anything, but it's just a message to say popping out, but we'll be back. That is going to be it for this evening. What a great night. Certainly I've had a great night. I can't speak for everybody else. I look forward to reading your feedback on Steeplechase. I'll go back and check the VOD chat, and I'll read the suggestions section in the Discord. Look forward to hearing what you're going to say. Again, take it with a pinch of salt, because it's a slightly silly game. It doesn't need to necessarily have all the bells and whistles to make everything perfect. It is slightly silly, so I look forward to reading your feedback, though, all the same. Very well done to Jack picking up bronze, DMC silver, and Innis gold. And thanks again to Apodonuova for this question pack, to Lupine for the Abyss question pack, and to David for the Escape Artist question pack, to all our winners from this evening. I hope you've had a good night at Game Night. I certainly have. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time, Saturday, the season finale, penny prize draw, and all the fun of the fair that goes with it. Do stay safe and be splendid and marvellous and wonderful to each other. I have been Royal Flush. You have been watching Game Night. And until next time, take care. Peace out. And good night.
Shoo-bitty wop-be oo-bitty wop-be oo. Wop-shoo-wong. Wop-shoo-wotty wop. 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 Shoo-bitty wop-be oo-bitty wop-be oo. Wop-shoo-wong. Wop-shoo-wotty wop. 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 Wop-shoo-wong. Wop-shoo-wong. Shoo-bitty wop-be oo-bitty wop-be oo. Ba-doo-dow.